Oh, well, everybody know who I want next. I want Terrence Crawford next.
You're going to make that happen?
Huh?
You're going to make that happen?
Oh, definitely. That's the fight that I want. That's the fight everybody else want. Like I said, I'm going to get these straps that I'm going to go over there and take his shit too.
All right. Errol, congratulations. Terrific fight this evening.
Thank you, man. Now, strap season, I know what time it is, baby. Terrence, I'm coming for that motherfucking belt.
All right.
I'm not catching fades anymore. Gotta keep my hands clean when they come for the board. Keep it smooth like a dawn, making moves in the dark. Cause I learned how to swim in the pool full of sharks. Now they coaches, cause they can't read all his motions. How the kid never switched codes, but he code switch focus. Staring down your team with a frozen, ice cold look that could end the summer solstice. Cause I'm more like the top dog. Keep on running game and the gang will accost y'all. I be calling plays from a plane while I'm off court. But we ain't the same, you a lame, I'm a mob star. Actually, I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athletes. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pull strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibes, I'm the kingpin. They know I'm a dog and a beast, man. Yeah, I keep the peace with a piece, man. I ain't got no time for a piece, man. Why would I respond to a pawn? I'm the... Hold up.
If I let my dogs off the leash, then you might want to get out of Dodge by the evening. Honestly, think it's not the blood and the beef. If they don't leave anything behind at the evening.
I can see you soft, ever thought about retreating. If you never have, then they'll give you a reason. Better watch your tone, lose your bass when you speaking. Underneath the mask is the wrath of a priest. When you learn how to smile in their face, then go cutthroat. Then they want to call you a con when the blood cold. I remember starving while y'all had a truckload. Now I'm with the mob with the call and the gusto. I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athletes. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pull strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibes. I'm the kingpin.
What up? What up? What's going on, boxing fam? You know, I mean, what the hell is going on in boxing, y'all? You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys can hear me out there. Um, we're not getting the Errol Spence Jr. Terrence Crawford fight. I'm just kind of down on boxing right now, because we're not getting the fights that we want to see. And that's what boxing is all about, is pleasing the fan. It's entertainment. And the way what we know of boxing right now, it's not going the way the traditional route. Right now the business of boxing is messing up, all the boxing how we want it to go. Like we're not seeing Tank fight the fights we want to see him fight. Devin, who wants to see this damn Cambosos fight?
Nobody.
Nobody. What's going on, Steve? My boy Steve was here today. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
And it's just kind of it's killing my spirit. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I've watched boxing for over 40 years, bro. And I'm one of the biggest, boxing enthusiasts, you ever want to see. And, I'm like looking at this shit like, the best thing that's happening in boxing is Wilder coming back and against Robert Helenius. Now I'm excited about that. But we know how Wilder get down. That's why that's going to be an exciting fight. Plus his whole comeback thing is going to be interesting to see what he got left in the tank. But when it comes to the rest of boxing, what is the excuse, for these guys protecting their L's? I mean, protecting their O's or protecting their records. And
Exactly.
it's almost like boxing has turned into WWE. All these dudes at the top who they're trying to push off as the best. You know what I'm saying? It's disgusting because we know better, bro. It's like they insult our intelligence every day with putting these dudes before our eyes, and then they respecting the dudes. They disrespecting the guys that are really trying to push the sport forward, like Shakur Stevenson, like Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Who's really trying to fight the best, and that's all who I respect. And then we got, Errol. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I'm everywhere, but I'm just kind of frustrated, and it's starting off with the Errol Spence Jr. Terrence Crawford fight. The business is getting in the way.
Always.
And it's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? What is going on? We just want to see a fight. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't give a damn about Crawford bad numbers or whatever. I don't give a fuck about that. He's a dope ass fighter. I want to see him fight Errol Spence Jr. So I don't care about the business of boxing, bro. We want to see the best. We know them two guys are the best at the welterweight division. So, I mean, they can give, like they said, they can give Canelo all the money. You know what I'm saying? He ain't fighting the best. He ain't doing
Mm-hmm.
shit. He ain't
You
fighting
know
the
what
best.
it is? It's a real bad state of boxing because, for one, it's less networks. Like it's like AB said, man, they're gonna be fighting on Twitter in a minute.
Yeah. But what's more important? See, they so damn afraid that they're gonna destroy a brand. When boxing, it's about the competition. I know a lot of people now are going out there and they just want to see their favorite fighter win. But that's not boxing, bro.
That's
That's an
not boxing.
exhibition. That's a
You
fucking
can't win them
exhibition.
all.
That's what that is. That's an exhibition.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to see a bunch of exhibitions. They still talking about Triple G fighting somebody, bro. Are you
Nobody want to
serious?
see Triple G fight nobody, man. Triple G was down with Danny Jacob, took him to the brink. He was down
And
before that.
mm-hmm,
He was
mm-hmm.
very well hidden. Like you said, it turned into the WWE. The fans and
Yeah.
all. You know what I'm
And
saying? Like fans and all.
now he's talking about Triple G is talking about now he's trying to fight competition. Now he's at the end of his career. Now he's not afraid to take an L. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he trying to took two of them. Now he ready to take some more.
Yeah, he's trying to get that retirement cash, that heal a mountain of cash before he check out. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's just disgusting to see how they use boxing. Like a Ryan Garcia, he's trying to dance his way through boxing without having to fight anybody. Even though they talk about him and Tank fighting, that'll probably be his only or last opponent, in my opinion. I don't see Ryan
You say
going
that?
around here.
You say who is Ryan Garcia?
Yeah, you know how they trying to strategically fight, motherfuckers. They're trying to fight like Keith Thurman, like he always making a comeback so he could get a tune-up fight, then disappear again. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They
Oh,
strategically making money, but while not trying to fight nobody. You know what I'm saying? They taking a
Mm-hmm.
tune-up, or they taking like he fought Harvey Fortuna. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you've been in boxing way too long to be fighting a damn Harvey Fortuna. You're supposed to be one of the top dudes at lightweight. You know what I'm saying? But then every time you turn around, you fighting the lesser, some strategic opponent that you could beat. I don't believe in your talent.
When they messed boxing up and they exposed boxing a long time ago, when they talking about Jake Paul, he going in, he can do numbers better than the fighters. I'm like, yo, y'all don't realize that that's a big problem because, for one, there's no reason Terrence Crawford or any other fighter should have crappy numbers. There's not a fight every week. It's not a fight. It's hardly a fight every month at this point. I mean, for real, and it's been that way for a while. It's just like with the rap game when they say there's no A&R. There's nobody to teach these guys how to talk to the press. There's no guys to teach these guys how to make a real record, how to collaborate. That same thing is going on boxing. They just put you out there to pimp you, see how much they can get off of you. That's how Ryan Garcia gets to show up, fight a bomb, and get a Tank fight. Like, come on, man, who's doing that?
Right.
Like, for
And
real, Ryan shouldn't even, Tank shouldn't even give him that shot because it's somebody else more deserving. But you give this guy a shot because he got all the followers, you're going to get the big bag. Okay, chasing the big bag is going to kill boxing.
it sure is. It sure
Because
is.
they all came, everybody's not a pay-per-view star.
Mm-hmm.
Mayweather, it took Mayweather how many fights before he was a bona fide pay-per-view star? What, he was like 32, what, 35
he was the
fights
best.
in?
He was the best fighter in boxing when he fought Oscar De La Hoya.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And he still had to take the B-side.
Mm-hmm.
He still had to take good gloves Oscar told him to take. You know, all this same stuff, and it's still going on. You know, the biggest problem for me in boxing is the promoters, and you know, Paul, I've been saying this for a while, the promoters not doing their job. My job is to come in the ring and whoop somebody's ass. I don't supposed to be out here cartwheeling at the grocery store, make myself look like a fucking fool so that these idiots out here who don't know shit about boxing will buy my fight. No, that's your job. That's what I pay you for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. If put it like this. How many fights did Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder have? 3, right?
Yeah.
Why wasn't Terrence Crawford on any of those undercards? I don't give I don't care what he told me. You're on the contract. You're gonna fight tonight under him, just like Tank did with Mayweather. Every Mayweather fight, Tank was on the undercard, knocking somebody out. If you look at Tank's undercard, Pitbull Cruz was on his undercard, knocking somebody out. They building him up to be, okay, you're the next up. You're the next up. It was designed for Terrence Crawford to not garner what he wanted because he was going to ask for it. You feel me? Like, who has they built up? Who have they built up on Errol Spence undercard? Like, who is somebody that you've seen every time?
Well, I know he tried to get Frank Martin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's his guy.
Mm-hmm.
And which is smart. You got to do that.
Yeah, but you know, but it's like they don't push the black fighters who are trying to fight everybody. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They that mentality is getting it's becoming scarce. You know, you don't see that a lot. You know, and the disrespect that's going on for fighters who want to fight everybody. They seem to want to push these fighters who want to strategically skip around, who wanna, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to fight the best, you know what I'm saying? They want to fight, they want to chase the big bag. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not hating on Tank Davis because I know he's under Mayweather Productions.
Tank my boy.
So yeah, he my boy too, man. But he gotta, you know, in his prime, after seeing what he can do, you know, he can't keep having these step up fights, bro. He can't, you know, he got to fight somebody, you know, great to become a great fighter. You know, I always say that. You know, you got to be great. You got to fight other great fighters. I don't want to see
fire.
Yes, you know, Mayweather. You know, we keep going. I know these ain't the old days, guys, but Mayweather. You know, say what you want to say. Pretty boy Floyd had to whip some ass, bro.
For real, that's
Pretty boy, yeah, ass that got with him. You know, Floyd Mayweather isn't called the best just because he made all that money. No, he's the best because he went in there and tore up Zab Judah ass who got with him for the first 6 rounds. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Zab Judah got with him. Castile got with him. You know what I'm saying? These dudes got with him. He had went in there. Diego Corrales supposed to have been an assassin, and he was. And Floyd made it look like it was easy, a true Gotti. He had to go through these dudes. Right, dudes who could take punches, but he broke them down. You know, back when Mayweather had power, you know, before his hands got too brittle, he was tearing these dudes down, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of people, they look at power and they're infatuated with power, and you know, they give Tank a lot of leeway because of what he could do in the ring. But now he has to show, you know, he's ready for them other boys. He needs to start calling them out. And going for, you know, Shakur Stevenson. I know he ain't up to 135 yet, but you know, Devin Haney, his rivals. I want to see these dudes with the best skills, you know, saying have an attitude, against their rivals. Not the dudes, not these dudes like a Rolly Ramiro's dudes who don't belong in the ring with them.
Just
We
talking,
know
just
he
that, 'cause they can talk
right,
shit.
right. We know he's going to destroy them dudes. You know what I'm
We
saying?
know it.
Right, we know it. What's going on, Quee? Let me call out some people: Courtney Thompson and TZ Frank. What's going on? Uh, Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. What's going on, my brother? You know what I'm
What
saying?
up, y'all?
I decided, come on, early. What's going on, JV? Greeks with fire in the building. You know what I'm saying? So, that's the only way, anytime black people start taking over something, you know what I'm saying, they move the goalposts. You know,
Uh,
they they
yes,
move the
sir.
goalposts. I don't care if it's bankruptcy, they see too many niggas getting their credit straight, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna change the rules of that shit. Now boxing is about chasing the big bag. You don't have to fight everybody. You know why? Because there wouldn't be no other people in there but us. Just like Floyd said this past weekend, black fighters got to fight the best. You know what I'm saying? Because we the best fighters, you know what I'm saying? And basically he was correct. They don't have to fight the best fighters because they wouldn't last. You
No,
know,
they're not getting
Canelo.
no
You think
pressure.
Canelo would have lasted if he had to fight Demetrius Andrade or Jamel Charlo, and the fans and the media pave a way so they can get up out of there, so they don't have to face them dudes. And that's the system we live in.
But
You know.
you know what I want though? I want to know where are the Larry Merchants that got the balls to say it? Like, like I can't stand Larry Merchant for shit, but I'm saying like a lot of the times he was saying the shit that we wanted to hear. Like, hey man, when you finna fight, dude? But he only said it to the black fighters. That's why he was a piece of shit. Say it to
Hmm.
everybody. Don't
Right.
let him. Oh, you can fight anyone you want. When you say that to a boss, it made me want to slap the shit out you. No, you
Yeah,
can't.
because you could be watching Roy Jones. He haven't knocked the dude out yet. He'll box him for maybe 9 or 8 rounds, and then he'll go in and maybe
And
knock the
try to take
dude
them on
down
out.
a couple. That Oscar De La Hoya. If that was Oscar De La Hoya, he takes chances. He go in for the kill. I used to hear Larry with that bullshit. He do the same thing to Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Who
Man,
wants to see this? Then Floyd get in there, that shit turned into a goddamn bloody fight. And he said, he'll change his tune then. You know what I'm saying?
uh,
It's like he was hating the whole goddamn first half, and then the shit turned into a firefight. Then all of a sudden, that motherfucker changed his
Tito
tone.
Trinidad would have had pyro. All that.
Right. I used to, boy, look at boxing. Y'all, we done been through some shit with boxing. You know what I'm saying? We done been through some crazy times with boxing, bro. With the disrespect of black fighters overtly, you know,
Overtly.
overtly, bro.
I mean, all of them should have at once just dropped the Ring Magazine belt. I mean, it ain't even no belt anyway. Shit, I can get my son one of them bitches from WWE shop.
Yeah, take
And
Oscar
they,
De La Hoya shit back. You know what
man,
I'm
I want
saying?
no Ring Magazine belt.
What's going on? Who's real? JV Greeks with
Who's
fire.
real?
Yeah, and he says perhaps Jake Paul may have provided a glimpse of the money. He said may have provided a glimpse of the money is out there boxing matches on different platforms. I can't get with that Jake Paul Logan stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's more fake boxing to me.
I like it because it always been there. I mean, you remember when we used to have the tough man competition.
Yeah.
The fucking
Yeah,
Tank
but
Abbott them
at
coming
least
there.
at least the tough comp, at least they was on the same level. You didn't have one dude with all the resources challenging dudes who are driving cabs, and you know what I'm saying. You done trained yourself up for 9 months, and now you're gonna challenge somebody who really can't fight. You know what I'm saying, in your arena. You know what I'm saying. He still got the advantage. You see what I'm saying, but he won't fight no real motherfuckers on his level. So
But
to me, huh?
oh
Say what
no, no,
now?
go ahead, go ahead.
Yo, he won't fight nobody who really can get with him. You see what I'm saying? So
Oh
that's
hell
the disingenuous shit I'm talking about. Is that they're not gonna fight nobody who could get with them. So what's the
yeah, and
point?
that's and the crazy part is they ain't gonna fight nobody who get with them, but they're still flirting with calling them like real boxers. Like, oh no, man, nah. You are an exhibition fighter. You can
Right.
go in there
You
and
know
fight
what
a
I'm saying?
kangaroo. I wouldn't give a
So
fuck.
so yeah, and I know they can't call it for what it is. It helps the sales, but this man could go in there and get a million pay-per-views on that bullshit. Just because they won't give they won't give our fighters the time of day. They don't want our fighters to become stars. You know what I'm saying? They
Mm-mm,
shit on our
mm-mm.
fighters no matter how good. Jamel Charlo could go out there and knock out he could knock out what's his name, Tony Harrison, and what's his name, Costa Zoo's son, Tim Zoo. They could knock
Hmm.
them out at the same time, and they'll find some kind of way to shit on it. You know what
But
I'm
you know
saying?
what though? Why is he not getting the light? Look at him and Devin. Like for real. Him and
Right.
Devin together didn't even go viral for being undisputed. It's crazy. Like
It
especially in
ain't
the
crazy.
boxing circles.
It's
But
designed. It's designed that way. This whole country is designed that way to not give us credit for shit, not to blow us up, to keep us down. If you think of boxing and combat sports, you know what I'm saying? That's a man's man sport. It's a dominant sport. The imagery is very powerful. Mike Tyson being the baddest man on the planet. That's a black man, what I'm saying, being a heavyweight champion. That
I was
means
just talking.
something.
I was
Hmm.
just talking to my wife about this, and I was like, you know why they love Mike Tyson? Because this motherfucker big, intimidating as fuck. But when he opened his mouth, he's like, "Hey guys," you remember when Jake LaMotta said that to him? Like, yo, Jake LaMotta was like, "Man, I thought you were gonna be like, y'all kill y'all, mom. Hey guys," they love that shit because that disarm him, that make him seem like he's harmless, even though he'll
Hmm.
kill you. But
Hmm.
that's why nobody can surpass Mike. Mike's harmless. Tank get up there
Plus,
like
plus he
fly
represents
full.
what they represents the narratives that they put down on the black man. Somebody who's rugged, somebody who's what I'm saying, who's uncouth, uncivilized. You know what I'm saying? And Mike Tyson, he even though he's not really those things, what I'm saying, he put the act on for him. He put the
So,
clown suit on for him.
oh,
Talking,
always
I'll
he
eat
do
your
that shit a lot.
babies, I'll fuck you, and all this kind of
And
stuff.
got
And I'm
his
just like,
ass
bro, I'm just
molested
like
in that
Tyson.
ring.
Like,
That man
bro, come
molested
on
him
now.
that next fight. Lenny Lewis, he ain't talk that shit no more.
I'm just saying, bro, we willing to do the most, and they like that. You know what I'm saying? Because
Because,
it support the narratives that they've been putting out on black men. Now the world sees us as incompetent.
but you,
Um, mhm.
but that's and see that, and that's exactly why I try to, refrain from tearing down either my brother because I like both of their style. I like Spence style and I
Mhm.
like Crawford style because I'm like, my main thing for both of them, don't compromise yourself for these folks. Don't put on no clown suit for these people, man. You got to look at your kids, man. You know what I'm saying? And real men aren't praised in the regular world,
Mhm.
especially in that sports world. You feel me? You don't hear, hey
Right.
man, that man at every one of his children track meet. He don't miss no track meet. He always, you don't hear none of that stuff. They want the clown show. They want the AB show so they can
Mhm.
laugh at him when he's in jail. Like we see this shit play out over and over and over again. And they want these two guys to compromise themselves to sell a damn fight.
Well, what's going on, Yolanda, Don Spansky, and what's going on, JV? I see he says mixed exhibitions with real boxing matches. Yeah, and Rama Emily Jones says good morning,
And I
pool
did.
panel. He said, please tell me the fight is not off. It looks like it's off, man. And I'm gonna tell you something. Wow, I mean that shit really got me messed up right now. But the way I see the rest of boxing moving, I'm not mad. I'm starting to understand. I'm starting not to get upset, so much upset about it because we always in the trenches. Our fighters are always in the trenches doing the most. And now I see what Mayweather said. Like, they expect us to hold up the sport of boxing while they get to make all the money
Why
with
they
less
make all the money?
injuries. While they fighters coming out with less injuries, they don't have the same expectations that black fighters have. Devin got to go ahead. What's it?
No,
Mhm.
yeah, like you say with Devin, they want him to be in the war. Oh, you're boring. Oh, Shakur is boring. Like what? What?
Yeah, you heard what your boy what's his name? The coach, Teddy Atlas said about Shakur. You know what I'm saying? Always calling him boring and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, Lomachenko ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? That nigga,
Lomachenko did throw a punch for 4 fucking rounds.
that's what I said in one of my videos. I said, bro, this nigga here, I mean, he boxed just like all the rest of them. And
Man,
hmm
You know how when you hear about somebody and you like, yo, man, I heard this fucker bad. That the same thing I heard about Lomachenko. I saw him, I'm like, he all right, but shit, he ain't nothing special.
Mm-mm.
That was just my first sight. I'm like, yeah, he do certain things good, but I know some folks that shred his ass up real quick. Look how Tio had him scared to fucking throw a punch because he finna get knocked out. He felt one of them things like, nope, I don't want that. I'll go to sleep.
Well, what
That's why
make
you
you
don't
mad?
go for 4 rounds.
What make you mad? He get credit for what every Negro do in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Or Canelo with the head movement, or Lomachenko with the foot movement. Every Negro got that. But whoa, when the white guy does it, it's like, oh my God, the Matrix. And you know, that shit make you mad, bro. You like, what? Did you see how he? Do you see how he moved? The movement and the intelligence, and I'm like, bro.
I thought I was gonna see Neo. I said, man, that's fine.
Right, exactly, man. You like this nigga flying up in the sky or some shit.
I'm like, truthfully, Fat Tank might have had a good shot. I don't know why they were like, they need to get better. And I think Fat Tank would have probably beat the shit out of him.
And it's so sad because, you know, when they mention his name, they light up. You know, they talk about all the Negroes. They talk about Devin Haney. Yeah, Devin Haney, you know. But Lomachenko is coming. You know what I'm saying? He's coming around the way. And you know he's going to be ready. The Matrix. It's like, man, if this little boy, ooh, that shit had me rolling, bro.
Man.
You know, and then he fought Kami. When he fought Kami, dudes that was already defeated, dudes that ain't no big deal, they make it seem like they're monsters when Lomachenko fighting them, bro. I'm like,
so he lose all his belts, fight that dude, which is nothing, and now he's next up to get an undisputed shot again. Like, man, come on, man, y'all, this shit is laughable.
And then somehow the nigga on the pound for pound list, bro.
Pound for pound, shit.
On top of Devin Haney. So I'm just like,
like, I don't give you no point for fighting in war. Joe Louis fought in war.
and then clip the nigga for tax evasion. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, I'm talking about, man, let me tell you, bro. If black people don't stop and stay on code, bro, it's like the way these folks doing us. You know,
man, we got to come up with an official pound for pound list for us. Like Pa said, we need the get a pound for pound list.
Good morning. He says, Eli says, he says, boxing has always been brutal sport, and if it's not that, us fans don't have to support it. He says, yes, Devin is boring, but he has no power and can't finish his opponents. But it's not about that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's about winning.
It's about, if you like the sweet science, you like the sweet science. You know, I mean, to me, I like all the boxing. Yeah, it can get boring sometimes if you're not a real boxing fan. You know what I'm saying? We got different kinds of boxing fans. We like boxing. We got casuals and we got hardcore. To the hardcore, Devin is all that, bro. If you like the sweet science. You see what I'm saying?
It's always boring if you put a fucking 12th grade in there to whoop on 8th grader's ass. Like,
right.
Like, yo, they outclass so much that, of course, it's going to be boring. The only thing could make it better was a knockout. I understand that, but you can't knock everybody out.
Devin kind of got that Cuban type. You know how the Cuban fighters come in and they are technical and shit. You know, like Laura, like Laura never made it big because he's a technical dude. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't want that win.
Right, he just want that W. You know, Floyd did that at the end of his career. You know, he just went in there and fight. Right, no. I mean, you know, he just went in there and boxed motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because he could do it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but that's what boxing. We want to see if you can defeat that style. You know what I'm saying? If Tank can come in there and knock out Devin Haney, it is what it is. If he get out boxed, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Each fighter are bringing their skills of what they can do to the table to win. That's what makes boxing interesting. Style make fights. Now you got to be exciting to be considered to be somebody. When did that shit start happening? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's good to happen, but I'm talking to the hardcore boxing fans. You know, they move the goalposts according to who they like. You see what I'm saying? Oh, Devin ain't exciting, so you know Tank is the best. He's more entertaining. Well, that may be true, but I want to see who the best between them. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? He says, Eli says, Errol isn't born. He uses sweet science to break down his opponents. Some people say, some people don't think Errol is entertaining. See, he's been that way, Pool. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. I
I
mean,
mean,
and some
it's been,
people really, like Roger say, because some people really don't know shit about boxing, and it's not as big as a diss as it should be. It's just like, yo, you probably just need to check out the sport a little bit more and see a wider range of fights. Watch different weight classes. You know what I'm saying? Some of the weight classes can't sit on knocking somebody out. They gotta outpoint you. They gotta win the fight another way,
right.
and that's how a lot of fighters like. Look at Adrian Broner. Edge Brown knocking folks out, he was good. But once that knockout stopped, he became
Yeah,
a sitting duck.
like we say, everybody ain't a pay-per-view star, bro. You know what I'm saying? Boxing is most of the people in boxing ain't gonna be no star. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Most people, the thing I liked about the '90s is that we had journeymen that would give you some good fights. If you didn't get good fights from, like, um, let's say a fighter that could outpoint you, you know what I'm saying? Um, you
yeah,
had
the
what's
biggest,
the name? You had Drunken Master. You had like a lot of journeymen that was
yeah,
so damn good
Buster
that
Douglas,
you
the greatest journeyman
yeah,
in history.
you had Ward, you had Gotti, you had fights like that, you know what I'm saying, that could break out all over the place. You had Ivan Barkley, you had, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers who wasn't exactly at the top, but you was gonna get some good ass fire ass fights. And
Gonna give you some work.
we're not even getting that right now. See, even the lower,
No,
the second tier fighters are not fighting. The third tier fighters are not fighting, and they're not good enough to entertain us. You see what I'm saying? You
yeah,
got, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. Maybe we get doing so well in this country.
got Luis Ortiz, great journeyman,
Right.
great journeyman. He
Yeah,
give you
but
good work.
that's it's sad because nobody wanted to fuck with when he was in his prime. I think he was a better fighter than that. It's just that when he was young and able, he was dangerous. Nobody really didn't want to give him an opportunity. See what I'm
Hell, they
saying?
want to give him an opportunity. Oh,
Yeah, well, I'm just saying,
I mean, shit, man.
that's the business of boxing getting in the way of these fights, of finding out who's really the best. Because any fighter can be defeated on any given day. You see what I'm saying?
I'm
So
gonna tell you
that's
though, I think the emotions got in the way of the
mm-hmm,
business.
mm-hmm.
I don't know about y'all, but I randomly just watch random cards on YouTube. When I'm working or just doing shit, whoever fight come up, I'm watching the shit. And I saw an old Mayweather card where him and Golden Boy were cross promoting. Them folks was hitting, man. I was like, dang, every fight on this card was hitting. It might have been Mayweather, Canelo, I don't know, but it was cross promotion, and they was hitting. It was great. I was like, yo, I miss those days because it ain't
Mm-hmm.
happening. No, it ain't happening in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
A
What's going
long
on?
time.
Just do boxing in the building. He says, salute. He said, Pool Count Boxers, salute my brother. Top of the morning, respect to the panel chat. What's up? Y'all know Just Do
What's up,
Boxing,
Phil?
man. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Just
sir.
Do Boxing got some great content over there. Always digging inside boxing. And Pete says, Eli Peters TV says, he said, yes, but fighters don't face actual smoke until they're about 30 and oh. You know what I'm saying? It didn't used to be like that, bro. You know what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying? It didn't used to be like that. Half their damn career over. You don't know who these damn fighters they are. They face a lot of them go down to Mexico and just rack up, a lot of fights. Then all of a
Come up
sudden, these motherfuckers
65 and
they
0.
jump into the world. This is that dude. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to watch this. What's going on, Gantz? I see you out there. He says, "What's up, Pool? It's been a minute." He said, "Just imagine, had Mean Machine beat Bud, they would have went straight to number one pay-per-view." That's right, sure did.
Man,
You
yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying? That was the downfall of HBO trying to push this agenda. You know what I'm saying?
And
You
you
know.
could see it down the street. It was so easy to see. It's like, come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got Mayweather right here. Everybody like, yo, Mayweather the next Mike Tyson. You gonna see him on every 8. Boy, them folks bet. They bet and lost. You always bet on black. Then they hear Wesley.
Mm-hmm. But you can see the agenda push. You can see the way Larry Merchant and Jim Lampley, even though fighters would go in there, get the knockout sometimes, and they still shit on their performance. You saw the agenda right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, look how they disrespect Wilder. They're always
Oh,
trying to
man.
They always trying to talk down on this man, about his life. This man is probably one of the cleanest, has one of the cleanest lifestyles that I've ever seen. But
Nope,
yet, when
never
they
pop
talk
dirty.
about you would think he had pop dirty the way
But
they
you
talk about him.
but you remember when he had 3 fights in a row where everybody pop dirty?
Hmm. Yeah, Popovich, Popovich. Who else?
Ortiz, Ortiz,
Ortiz, and what's the other dude named the English
it
guy?
was an
With
English
the
dude.
Yeah, the fat one. Always talking shit. I can't even remember his damn
Oh
name.
man, I
Um,
know coming though. Y'all know out there.
it's just crazy how they shit on our best fighters and they push their shitty fighters. You know what I'm saying? To the top. And they're not
Hmm.
fighting the best. So that's what got me heated, bro. And then you got people who back up this shit. People be on here, making up boxing talking points, you know what I'm saying, to evade and deflect from the truth. And now Roy Jones Jr. is coming out talking about Canelo. You got fighters that are coming out giving you the real now. He got nothing but killers around his ass. And so what he gonna do? He gonna find a way out of it. You already know that nigga just gonna say, I ain't fighting them niggas. Mm-mm. Nobody ain't gonna say shit.
Because Canelo
Canelo.
know his gun been empty a while.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's just crazy how he control his own narrative, he control his own bubble, and it's like he do what he want to do. And he started too early doing that shit. See what I'm saying? He's still in his damn prime, as age wise, you know what I'm saying? And he still get to call the shots because the networks made it so. They gave him the money, you know what I'm saying? So now he don't have to depend on making money right now because now he's one of the most highest paid, richest athletes in boxing. And
They
they
handed him
create
40 mil. And
Mhm.
they can't. I bet you if they threw 40 mil at Spence and Crawford, them fuckers would be fighting this Saturday. No promotion. They'll be in
Right.
Vegas. And they'll be ready.
That's
They'll be
right.
gone.
That's right. And
You got the money for him?
I'm surprised no what you call them oil barons over there in Saudi Arabia. I'm surprised they haven't approached them for that fight. You know what I'm saying? They put some, you know what I'm saying, put 10 on 20 for them. Say, hey man, what y'all want another extra 20? Y'all come on over here to the sand dunes and we'll put it on for you. And that would be great. I don't give a
First
fuck
big,
if that shit was 1 a.m. in the morning, bro. I'd be up watching that shit for
man, that's
sure.
what's going to end up happening. Because
Mhm.
the mismanagement. They mismanaging the bag, man. They fumbling the bag right now. There's no way we should still be talking about this fight ain't been signed. Or we ain't seen no face off.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, we don't know what the hell going on as far as the team. I know PBC don't respect Crawford numbers, and they don't really want to respect that man for everything he's done. And you know that's bad when you got me saying that shit. You know what I'm saying? You
Uh,
know that.
but, but you know what though? See, they can say all that, but they see the YouTube numbers and they see when YouTube is talking about boxing. No, ain't nobody fucking talking about Canelo. Ain't nobody talking about no Ryan Garcia. They see your numbers. They know. They
Of
know.
course they know, but that's why I keep bringing in that there's an agenda.
They
You know
finna
what I'm saying?
lowball the
They
hell out
do
these
not
dudes.
want they do not want black fighters to be the face of boxing, bro. They bending over backwards not to make black fighters the face of boxing. He says, oh, I read that. He said, Eli says, he says, they're trying to protect their O. He said they feel if they lose their O, they won't be able to make big money. They'll be able to make big money, bro. People don't, well, that's just us. But it's the casual, I guess they're trying to captivate. And that's who, moving the needle on all this shit. He said, bro, it's crazy because these days the best the best only fights the best during sparring. Yeah, that's true.
You
What's
ain't
going on?
lying.
What's going on, T_20? He says, Early said, yes, sir. I had to get it in. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
He says, Miller. Yeah. Is it Miller? No, what's that heavyweight name, man? The big mouth one always talking shit, and
Damn it, I
Potovich
know him too. I'm
beat
trying
the
to
shit out
see
of
him. Look him up.
Potovich, gave his ass an uppercut and shit. I can't. Dillian White. Dillian White. Can't stand that dude. You know what I'm saying? But they keep, you know what I'm saying? They give Dillian White how many shots at the title? You know
Man,
what
this
I'm saying?
fucking here.
And I'm just saying the game is twisted, bro. You know, the game is twisted. He says, what's going on, Just Dude? He says, Poole County said, I got a live coming talking about covering celebrated like Canelo, Loma, Inoue, and versus the underappreciated like Wilder, Jamil, Charlo, and Devin Haney. Got to support the real. That's what I'm saying. Just
Yeah,
Do
man.
box. You know, we on this fake narrative shit that's going on in boxing today. You know, so people they don't want to be truthful. They don't want to be real. You know, they don't want boxing to go back to where it was, where you had to fight the dude that was your rival, and you know it was demanded. You know, what I'm saying, or fight the dude that calling you out. You know, what I'm saying, and see a lot of people they don't want EJ to fight Boots. I do. You see what I'm saying? Because I want to see if EJ can beat him. You see what I'm saying? So even though it don't make sense for EJ to fight Boots, you know, I could see Boots is one of the best in the division, right? So I want to see if EJ is either king of 147 or not. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want him to move up without fighting Boots because we're not getting the Crawford fight. Now, if he fought Crawford, I could see him moving up. But I don't want it to look like Boots pushing him out of 147. You see what I'm saying? Because he that good,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Now I don't know if Boots could actually beat him because Boots ain't really fought nobody to test him like
But you
that.
know
But I,
what?
mhm.
They gotta rob Boots a little bit more before they give him that. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes.
Well, you know, it's like Mike McCallum when he was coming up and whipping everybody ass. You know, Hagler didn't fight him, but I don't think Hagler was afraid. I just think Hagler had them been through so many goddamn wars. Now you got another bad motherfucker coming up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, I done fought the Beast Mugabe. I done fought Sugar Ray Leonard. I done fought Duran. I done fought Hearns. You know, that's enough motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because them dudes are bad. They're going to take a lot out of you. And then you got Mike McCallum coming up. So he didn't fight him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I think Spence fought everybody, but he got to fight a Terrence Crawford or he got to fight a Jerome Bucenis to solidify, you know what I'm saying, the 147 division, in my opinion. Now, if he move up, you know what I'm saying, he gonna fight some killers up there, and that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna solidify him there. I know he's a solid dude, but I want to see him fight the best in every division.
Like this.
hmm
Just to see. I mean, I don't know, man. You can't. I feel like you can't call yourself a real fan of the sport and you don't want to see your folk fight the best folk.
Exactly. That's why
Like, yeah.
Crawford gets so much criticism, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because he could have
Hold on.
fought
How did this
Ugas.
go? How did this go?
Because the nigga didn't fight, he didn't link up the belts, bro. He could have fought Ugas and all that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's we think he that good, bro. You should have went and got that WBA that he had. Took it
Man.
right off his hands. What's going on, Ant? You know what I'm saying? He says Canelo has that Mexican fan base. That's exactly. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna support that nigga if he fought goddamn triple not triple G, but
So
anybody.
so on the same note, if we saying that, and why aren't the Spence fans paying to see Spence? I mean, paying for
Mm.
Bud fights? It's supposed to be all
They
one.
are. They
We
are.
gotta, we got, you know what I'm saying?
This
I'm just
man,
saying though, I'm just playing devil
how you
advocate.
think he got?
If we
How you
all
think he got the
supported
pay per views he
all
got?
of them, then they'll be like he got that black fan base. I've never once heard he got the black fan base.
He
This shit
do.
like he
I
got a
mean,
bag full of air.
I don't know, but I mean, I think I can speak for everybody else. I've watched every Terrence Crawford pay per view. I brought him. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh,
I'm a
I know
fan
you
of Terrence
have.
Crawford. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no hate on Terrence Crawford. It's it's the way he moved. You know what I'm saying? Look how Wilder moved. You know what I'm saying? And look how EJ moved. They, it's like you gotta accept your fan base. You can't chomp off your fan base, bro. Cause we the ones who support you. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Jones says, Poole, you checked out the Wilder interview on the Breakfast Club. No, I ain't look at that yet. I'm pretty sure he said something wild as fuck.
Oh, he was on there recently.
I know he probably said something controversial, you know what I'm saying? Because he talking about, Wilder, he want to fight everybody. He talking about fighting Fury again, bro. He's talking about fighting Usyk. He talking about fighting the best. You know what I'm saying? Coming off a loss. He came off a horrible loss. But he don't give a damn. And that's a fighter, bro. That's what boxing is all about. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about win or lose, it's about your heart, your fighting spirit. And that's what's missing today. We don't see that in a lot of fighters today. Just Dude says, oh, he's talking about Eli Peters, Eli Peters TV says, I heard there's some big news coming out. Another about another oh
They
about
got it.
about the fight. He said most likely this fight weekend will be announced. Yeah. Oh, you talking about the hey, he ain't talking about the Errol Spence Jr. fight, is he? You talking about the Errol Spence Jr. fight? He says it's not that. He said black fighters only get support for their fight when they're fighting a Mexican or white European fighters because white and Mexican only support their own. Not many black fans out there. I disagree with that. I disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of casuals. I think the networks they're looking at drawing in the casual. They don't give a damn about the hardcore fans. You know what I'm saying? I think boxing is a small niche and that's the problem, except for the Mexican fan base. I think they have more casuals that'll support their fight. Well, like you were saying, on the black side, you know, on the black side, it's a smaller pool of people that's into boxing because I could go out there and talk to anybody, they don't know who the hell fighting. They checked out when Mike Tyson stopped fighting, you know what I'm saying? They didn't come back. So it's kind of like that, you know what I mean? It's like, black fighters, they don't just support other black fighters because they black. You see what I'm saying? They try to be fair, a lot of black people because we have an individual mindset. A lot of black people, we don't have like a race mindset. We're getting further and further away from that, and it's bad and it's good and bad. You know what I'm saying? So he says, white hypes and Mexican hypes it's very lucrative due to the fan due to the fan base for those races. Yeah, and boxing always been like that. Boxing always been like that, but you know what I'm saying? When you got Jamel Charlo, you got Devin Haney, they're undisputed, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of like takes me back to something Bob Arum says. He said, it don't matter how good a black fighter is, you know what I'm saying? I forgot how he put that thing. He said, it don't matter because he was talking about Terrence Crawford at the time. He said, it don't matter how good you is. He said, you can't put no asses in seats, basically. I'm just paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? You could be undisputed, you could be all this shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a damn. They want the money. You know what I'm saying? They want to see how many people can you bring to the fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's why Bob don't really care about, his fighters going for these different belts, different accolades, because I think he see through it. I think he knows it's all bullshit, and he just want to build stars and make money. And I think that's how the networks are looking at it. They're not looking at it from a hardcore traditional boxing standpoint and killing the sport. They just looking about making money, and that's what we mean about the business of boxing. Just Do Boxing says, I always say we control the narrative pool. He says, because we are the consumers, our voice matter. You know what I'm saying? But it's getting to the point where it don't, because the networks are putting up blocks of money and they're betting on certain fighters. They betting on Canelo, they betting on Triple G. But where's the bet on the black fighters who are putting on all the great fights, who are challenging dudes who can actually beat them? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see an exhibition. You know what I'm saying? This dude making $40 million. You know what I'm saying? Because he has a fan base. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him make $40 million because he's fighting the best. And boxing is getting away from that. What's going on? Twin 90. He says, I think we still get the TBC and the Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. fight. Just my opinion. I hope so, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just I don't understand why it's got to go this way. You know what I'm saying? Why we got to have all these ups and downs and all this disinformation that's being put out here, bro. I'm so tired of it, bro. This shit has got us messed up, bro. I mean, emotionally. You know what I'm saying? Just damn. What's going on, Just Do?
What's going on, my brother? How you feeling?
Man, I'm everywhere, bro. I don't know what I'm everywhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like I'm working hard, you know what I'm saying, going through shit with that. I'm just like, bro, and then I'm trying to like, you know how when you have a great fight coming, nothing could get you down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nothing. You know what I'm saying? You
Uh-huh.
all over it. And now we
Yeah.
just in between. You got Tank fighting with Mayweather, and you got all
Yeah.
these fighters who just won't get with the fight. They won't get the best fights, bro. You just in between. We find ourselves in between fights all the time, trying to
Mm-hmm.
negotiate. You at home. Damn, I hope they made the fight. Damn, I hope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
True.
saying? You know, and you just like, bro,
Yeah.
what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah. I had said that's why I made the comment that our voice matter and we the consumer. And why I said that, because their narrative, they would want us to believe that our voices don't matter, right? But
Mm-hmm.
then when you see if those numbers on the Canelo Triple G trilogy was the actual numbers, that
Mm-hmm.
might be an indication of us being tired of exactly what you just said. I don't want to see I called it a high level 12-round pay-per-view sparring match. That's what they gave us. And it's like
Mm-hmm.
if those numbers are a reflection of, it could be a reflection of us being tired of it as well. Like nobody else really wanted to see that as well. You get what I'm saying? It gave it to
Mm-hmm.
us 3 years too late. We all know that. So I think the best way to to get their attention, of course, and we only count for one person individually, but you hit them, you affect their bottom line. They don't got no choice but to put on better fights. I truly believe that. I mean, you don't support it, they ain't gonna have no choice but to make some type of change. You get what I'm saying? I think that start with giving us boxing cards that are good, not just a fight, not just a top
Yes,
heavy card where the main event is supposed
it's
to
the
be
only
good
good
and then
fighter.
that might not deliver. You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
I just
It's
heard Roy
crazy.
talk about that too on his show, and he said that he always liked to have good mid card, good undercard, because he was like,
Mm-hmm.
we watching and we see them act up. We gotta go out there and act up too. So, and I was like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's how it goes. Because some fights you see them and you're like, oh man, I got to stay up to the. You should never have to stay awake to the main event.
You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
I mean, they
Like
ain't
a
Mm-hmm.
clowning.
perfect example of what I was just saying. Like I had a chance to, I'm from Jersey. I'm in Jersey, so I got a chance to go to the Shakur Stevenson fight, right? And
Yeah,
that's a prime example of, to me, in my opinion, a good card. It wasn't just the main event. You had some prospects that was able to show what they got, and I think it was entertaining. And wasn't just what I think. I seen the crowd that was there, and not just the crowd that was there. I did my little homework because I did a live on it, and I understand that
Mm-hmm.
it's free TV, which is good for the fans as well. But I
Mm-hmm.
noticed his last 3 fights, they averaged well over 1 million viewers. You know what I mean? At the peak. Then on the low end, it still was over 1 million. So I think that's, just a small sample size of when you give people a solid card or a solid event, man, they gonna support it. People gonna tune
Mm-hmm.
in for it. You get what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah.
one thing for for it to be 1 million or over 1 million once Shakur is fighting, but even on the low end of things, it still was over 1 million. So I think that's some consistency, and that was with his last 3 fights. So I'm like, you give people something to watch, we gonna support it, and we'll tune in.
Mm-hmm.
because I
He like,
mean,
go ahead, bro.
oh no,
Mhm.
and just to contrast on that, I think his fight before the one in Jersey was in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta, and I'm like, Shakur fighting tomorrow? What? How did I not know about this? It's like, how did I not know about this dude fighting tomorrow at Phillips Arena? Come
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. If you're not watching, the feeds and everything, some of the promotion for some of these fights, and it got to do with the dance partner too, because not a lot of people know. A lot of only hardcore fans know who Kasinkow is and his history and who he fought. So he's not a big name, and so the casuals, they're not going to really tune in to nothing like that. So I'm surprised it did as well as it did, but putting it on
See,
free
that's what I'm
TV.
saying. Still did. Yeah, it'll be something different.
Right,
Yeah.
and like you said, just do a lot of these fighters. They got to like back in the day. They used to have Tuesday night boxing. They used to have
Yes.
Oh
boxing
yeah,
throughout the weeks, and they used to have even when they like if they had like a Wilder or Canelo fight, it'll be somebody, or Mayweather fight, it'll be a Canelo on the undercard, so you can see.
Undercard.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so you can see who's coming up next. You can see like who is this damn dude? Who is this Canelo? Like they got
Yeah.
Shushu on Shakur undercard.
Mm-hmm.
You like who is this
Mm-hmm.
dude? Cause I saw the dude. I'm like, who the hell is this? So now you know who's up and coming. But then
Yeah.
we got so many shitty fights going
I mean,
on right now.
the funniest
We get,
shit. Oh, go ahead, Paul.
oh no, I was done. You know what I'm saying? It's just we don't get to see those kind of up and coming dudes, and they fighting less and less. So we're less familiar with them unless you checking for them. You know what
The
I'm saying?
funniest
Unless you
shit, like
research.
my sister is a boxing fan by default because she had to live my ass off through my childhood. So, so she watched fights. She knew what good ass whooping is. And we watching Tank undercard, and we see Pit Bull. And she was like, yo, this fucker's on his ass like a pit bull for real when you was fighting that Irish dude, had the beard, and he beat the brakes off of that dude. So when I was like, yo, Tank finna fight Pit Bull, she like, for real? Like, I'm like, that's how you gotta watch the undercard. You get new fans that way. You gotta put these people on the undercard.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Got to. She knew exactly she didn't know his name. She knew Pit Bull though. She knew him from knocking somebody the fuck out on the undercard. She like, oh, it's gonna be good.
This is Eli Peters TV says Errol's about his money, so he ain't taking Boots unless it's a big money fight. Boots needs to grow his fan base for that. Only then will promoters pay Errol what he wants for that fight. What's going on? T_20 says Mayweather talk a lot of shit, but he's right with the promotions of this fight. He said best way to promote this fight is for Crawford to sign a 2-3 fight deal with PBC. And see, that's what PBC is all about. They're about locking up, these fighters, you know what I'm saying, and holding them to that they said they was trying to take over a long time ago. Mayweather told you that.
Hey, man, but I don't know, man. I heard them contracts are goddamn. Yes, sir, man. I'm just saying.
Well, that's business. What you gonna fight for? You know what I'm saying? Is it lucrative for you? I mean, you went over there to top ranking, and they gave you 5-6 million a fight. You know what I'm saying? If TBC can offer you and lock you in with that, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
All I'm saying is, if you signing all these guys likeness and image, give us a damn boxing game. Shit, give me a PBC boxing game. You got the image.
They working on one, but it ain't PBC doing it.
I'm looking at this. I think Crawford wants like a Canelo deal. He wants a big fat, bag for maybe one big fight. And I don't know what he want to do after that. He's 35. You know what I'm saying? He's getting older, so he's not trying to stretch himself out like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to. He don't. He just want to do a Canelo thing. He want to get a big bag and chill. You know what I'm saying, hey, y'all, take over for a second. I got a call here. Go ahead.
I don't think Crawford got too many more fights left, realistically. As he did just turn 35. He already said he said he ain't fighting up to no 40. He ain't doing it. So, and I feel him. Retire on your own accord. But it's just frustrating that as a boxing supporters, we ain't got this fight. And I'm of the mindset at this point, I think when we go back and forth about whose fault it is and we blaming the fighters, it's kind of like I'm starting to feel like that's what they want us to do. So I'm of the mindset. I support both of these fighters, win, lose, or draw. I've been watching these dudes for years. They both great to me. It's a 50-50 fight. Despite whoever I think gonna win, I just want to see it. And I'm starting to just feel like it ain't neither of their faults. I just think it's a convenient excuse for either of the fan bases or for whoever you're going for, or just for fans, period, to just blame one or the other, and it kind of takes the responsibility off of the people that's really holding this fight up. And it's like you hear things like false narratives, and I believe it's a false narrative until it's proven that it's no money in this fight. This fight ain't as big as what we think. I don't really want to hear that, because the same people that's trying to tell us that are the same people that told us, Triple G and Canelo Alvarez for the third time would be bigger than Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence for the first time. Like, I just can't believe that.
Yeah.
Like, you just
It's
can't
like,
get me to buy that.
like, how is it trending every day on Twitter? I'm sure, because every time Errol tweet, they on his tweet, they on his ass. Either one
And
of
it's
them.
like,
I mean,
it's being talked about. I see thumbnails to the point where I'll be about to go crazy. It's like, how much more information could we get if they ain't really, you know, if it's not coming from the fighters? I don't even care about the people, because I feel like the ones that speak and have narratives to push or something to gain from giving us misinformation, and it's just too much of that. That's sad. That's not boxing. Why do we as boxing fans gotta guess if we gonna get a fight or not?
Because
you know what I'm
this
saying?
is
Like,
the only sport that's not regulated.
True.
It's the only sport where they can legally rob you, pillage you. You know, the stuff that happened to Muhammad Ali just should be illegal. Somebody should went to jail behind that. Like, for real. Like, that man should not have been fighting that long because somebody was robbing him. And, like, for real, you had to create a law called the Ali Act to make sure that you can get away from the promoters, and the promoters still got the same amount of power now they do then. You feel me? Like,
sad, man.
Boxing died when Bob Arum was allowed to come out there and say that about Terrence Crawford. And people like Teddy Atlas, who's supposed to be for the fighters because he's a trainer. That's who pay your bills. And he took the side of Bob Arum because he bought and paid. People show you when they bought and paid all the time.
I always said, man, respect for Terrence Crawford should be a bigger star. I feel like people know him, but I feel like he should be bigger.
Because of Terrence Crawford.
All he did was win. I ain't trying to hear all that. He don't promote himself. I don't want to hear that, because what's the point of having a promoter if you telling me I got to promote myself? Now, I understand self-promotion to a degree, but the bulk of the promotion should be on the promotional company. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they getting that 33% for, right?
Get what I'm saying? So it's like, miss me with that. That dude show up in shape all the time and beat ass, and y'all talking about he got to do so much. He just trying to fight, and I don't think nothing wrong with that. Just tired of blaming the fighters.
What they gonna say? He was unprofessional. Who is that? This guy that Shakur. Oh, he's unprofessional.
Exactly.
He's unprofessional. He's lazy. Come on,
that's
man.
They went in on him. Question his drive. People start saying weight bully. He stayed at that weight to have an unfair advantage. I'm like, see, y'all help these false narratives grow legs when y'all start just spewing this rhetoric, man. This stuff be ignorant. You got 18 other fights aside from that one where he made weight. Why would you think out of just the one you're going to reduce this man's whole career into one miscalculation? And he held himself accountable. He ain't duck it. Said, I signed a contract. I should have made that weight. I accept the criticism that come with it. Criticism is one thing, but then them false narratives is something totally different. He don't work that hard. He really ain't want it. He did it on purpose. He wanted to have
you talking about Shakur?
Yeah, he cheated. Yeah, I was like, bro, y'all growing me more gray hair, bro. God damn, y'all telling me 1.6 is the reason you want to fight? Stop, yo. Y'all know he don't use weight to win fights. Knock it off.
But that's the thing. That's the thing when it comes to fighters who have that kind of potential that Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson have. They know it's going to be hard to beat those guys, so they criticize them for the smallest things. You know, that's not the first time fighters have missed weight. You know, some of the greats have missed weights, so it really don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? But they always trying to find some kind of angle to smear, their greatness. So who cares about like they were talking about Devin Haney. I was watching a couple of guys I like to watch how they break down fights. Faust, I think it was, and he was talking about Devin Haney should be disqualified for stooping down that low. You can't stoop down that low. You can't hold. You can't hold. He should be disqualified. I'm like, what is going on with this cone head, man? I was like, bro, you know, so just because this man is athletic, Sweet Pea used to be, use that in his defense going down low.
Mike Tyson used to too.
Right. Yeah. I mean, just because your fighter that you're supporting ain't athletic and can't move, that's his goddamn problem. You know what I'm saying? I bet you if Kambosos had knocked his ass out, you wouldn't have said nothing. You
At
know what I'm
all.
saying? If
Mm-hmm.
It was a
Cambosos would
great
have timed
Australian
him
uppercut.
while he's stooping, you wouldn't have said shit. You'd have been like,
At
see,
all.
he
Mm-hmm.
don't use proper boxing technique. You know what I'm saying? That's why he got knocked out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, he can't help it because he's faster than that dude, and all he needed was a
Mm-hmm.
jab. That shows you the
You know,
talent and the athletic ability of that kid. That's why
to be
Lomachenko ain't want to
honest,
fuck with
yo,
him.
like
Hmm
if you really watch boxing and you watch Cambosis and you watch Devin Haney, like just respectfully, like there was no way you thought he was really gonna beat Devin Haney. Like for real, nobody. The only people that really would have thought that are true Cambosis fans or somebody in his family. I'm pretty sure somebody on his team knew he wasn't gonna win that fight. I just don't care what you say. Like nothing I ever seen, no tape, none of these fights that I ever seen Cambosis overly impressed me. And I told people if you analyze the fights, and it's not slighting them, it's just a fact. His last 3 wins were split decision wins. That's saying something. He never creates separation enough where he winning these fights definitively. And I'm like, you think he's gonna get in here with a way more athletic, younger, fresher, longer fighter? Like he's smarter. Devin Haney's a much smarter fighter than him.
What I thought, Just Do. I thought that
Mm-hmm.
Cambosos was one of them, like a Solito type dude. You know how he Lomachenko, right? And not that I thought he was going to win. I thought he was going to go in there and just be dirty. You see what I'm saying?
Cambosis.
And I thought Cambosos was going to be real dirty, and he didn't have the mustard to be dirty like that. He really didn't have the ability to be. I thought he was going to be. And plus, he looked a lot quicker when he fighting other fighters. He looked a lot faster when he fought Teofimo Lopez. He looked fast as shit. You know what I'm saying? So I said, yeah, he gonna give Devin some issues with that awkward ass stuff and be being rough. And
I had
he
somebody
didn't.
arguing with me about that, saying the same thing.
Right.
Man, when
I
he
thought
gets on
he's.
the inside, he's gonna do that. I'm
Mhm.
like, listen to me, yo. Devin Haney is smart enough to remove the inside. He's gonna take away the inside play when he gets in the inside because Devin Haney is not much of an inside fighter. He's going to tie him up, and that's going to eliminate him being able to do all that work that y'all saying he's gonna do on the inside. Just not gonna allow him to do it, and he's gonna fight which some people say he played it safe, but I look at it like you over there in enemy territory. I think he utilized that jab as heavily as he did to create the separations in the rounds to kind of remove it from the judge's hands, despite him not getting a knockout. You get what I'm saying? And Cambosis, I don't want to sound crazy. Cambosis can fight, but it's just levels in boxing. And I try my best as a creator not to ever call the fighters bums. So it's just levels, and I just don't think he ever shown me the level that Devin Haney showed me in the ring. I just don't think so.
I'm gonna tell you,
he made Cambosos look old because Cambosos he couldn't pull the trigger. He looked like he was about to shit on himself every time Devin flinched. Every time he flinched, he was trying to catch him. He was trying to catch him.
For Cambosis before this fight. With the build up to the fight when he just straight turned racist, calling that man a boy, all that bullshit.
He was trying to get him off the square. He wanted him to come in there angry.
That's what that rat angle was about. The rat, the snitch. That's what that was about. He thought.
I'm like, yo, you don't call no another man with no children and fucking family, and they fucking paying the bills, no boy.
Boy,
knock his ass out. Knock his ass out for the ancestors.
The undertones was there. Then he tried to rake the rat, the snitch card, and I think he thought that was going to grow more legs.
Mikey Garcia.
He wanted him to come in there wanting to rage fight. He wanted Devin so he could make a mistake. That's all that was. He didn't believe none of that shit. He just kept trying. He just kept throwing shit on the wall to see what stick. And he's trying to get up.
Yeah, I better not bring that bullshit in my house.
Right. So when he see the cool thing about Devin is a fighter's. He stay on task. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I'm not a boy. All he did was just counter his points, and he intellectually he's not Devin's equal. You see what I'm saying? You could, not especially when he on that Nation of Islam shit, and that boy there, that boy's like a 5%.
The way Devin Haney responded with everything, just was impressive. Like
He
you could
behaved
call,
like
you
a
kept
grown
trying to
man.
call him a boy, but he was responding to you like a man. And you
Right.
was every time they passed you the ball, you wanted to
But
try to get
but
deep and make
See,
people feel you like you was
but
trying too hard.
look at
right,
that
because if
last
that
press
would have been
conference
me,
they
I was
just
like,
had.
boy, who the fuck you calling boy?
Now
Nigga.
Campos is looking
I would
like
have
a
been
little
like,
boy
see, he
because
would
he
have had
knows.
me.
He played that
Mm-hmm.
card. He made himself look stupid like they always do because he got outclassed. He got shown up. He got showed that you are paper champion.
Hey y'all, do y'all see how he look now? He don't even know how to stand without having them belts. He don't even know how to look. Like
Well,
his
he
face
don't
off
he
was
don't have the
comical to me,
leverage.
man.
It's kind of like
Nope.
when Clarissa Shields told Gardner, like, it's like they here to see me, not you. You haven't done nothing.
Hey,
I
shout
mean,
out
like,
I
Clarissa,
said it.
man. Shout
This
out
fall
Clarissa
from
Shields.
grace
I
was
hope she
gonna be
beat the
far.
brakes on that girl.
she had all them belts. She said, you didn't bring the one belt you got.
He said, "You just
You know
had
what I'm
one
saying?
belt. You just had
Like,
one." Oh man, I loved it. I love that shit. I
but
I
Clarissa
I'm
shared
Shields be
doing
that
it.
shit,
giving it.
man.
She
I
be
liked it
giving
and
it
shared
to
it.
him, boy. I like, boy,
But
that was cool.
Upper echelon
I
salute,
fuck
my
with
bro.
Clarissa.
I didn't even see you in there.
Hey,
Shout out
she be
Clarissa.
giving it to him, man.
She the
Yeah.
She
only
be
black
like
boxer
in
with
that
balls
thing.
enough to say Canelo wouldn't fight nobody.
Right.
Oh man. And it's
She the
crazy.
only
Then there's
one with the
somebody gonna say
balls.
she all mouth. I'm like, man, how
Man,
is the
no.
most accomplished female boxer in the history of the sport? She's more accomplished than a lot of these men. She did something that the men didn't do, and you gonna say she all mouth? No, what it
But hold
is
on,
y'all mad that she's great. She tells you how great she is, and then she go out there and show you can't handle it. It's like you can't handle it.
They
And
can
she a
never
female
handle it.
talking like that? They can't handle it.
That's that kryptonite.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna
They
talk
can.
my talk, but then I'm gonna walk it too, and then I'm gonna
That's what
talk some
makes
more.
that's what made the great ones right there.
and see if they don't
Everybody can
stop,
talk
and
it.
see if they
Everybody
don't
can
find
talk
a
it.
way, they don't find a
Gotta
way to
walk it.
shut her down. She gonna be undisputed. She gonna be undisputed in about goddamn 6 weight classes, bro.
Shout
I'm
out
trying to
Clarissa
tell you.
Shields.
See, they
Whoop
gotta
her ass,
find a
Clarissa.
way to shut her down, cause she gonna be undisputed again
Talk
and
to him,
again and
Eli.
again.
Mm-hmm.
Salute to everybody on the panel, man. Salute, salute, salute.
Mm,
Who
mm,
that?
mm.
That's upper echelon right there. I know that
Yes,
voice.
What's
sir, my brother.
happening?
What's good, bro?
What's
What's
going
up?
on,
What's
bro?
up?
What's going on, Calvin?
Oh, chilling. What's going on, bro? What you think about this fight being awful? We gonna get it. What's going on, bro? What's hell
Which
happening in
one?
boxing?
Which fight?
Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence Jr. What's
Oh,
going
that
on with
fight
that?
was in the first of the year, bro. Like that, man. They gotta promote that thing right, bro. Like, if you think about it,
Mm-hmm.
man, that fight right there, it deserves the right promotion and pro. And you gotta realize, man, Christmas coming up, Thanksgiving coming up, Black Friday coming up.
Mm-hmm.
People got a lot to spend in the holiday season, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go something like what Terrence was talking about one day, right? He was like, "What if you promoted like the day before the Super Bowl, or promoted off of basketball, off the football? You know, because Earl is Dallas Cowboys. You feel me? And
Mm-hmm.
they promote sports off of each other's back. And the day before the Super Bowl is the Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that going on that day? You can host a fight that day, but that's kind of far fetched, though. But what I'm saying is, I think the fight will be around the first of the year because that makes sense. It's gonna give you enough time to give it the full promotion that it needs and all that right there. Because if you do it too long, you do it too soon, you're gonna miss out on some money and everything. Like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna miss
I'm,
out on a lot of money that you could have been done accumulated.
and I don't
But
think it's no venues available.
I think no, they got venues available, but what's holding it up now is because the visibility. Terrence Crawford want the visibility, but if you think about it, if I was Errol, I would want the visibility too. I want to see on the books, like see how much they made in this fight, and see that's what's holding it up because it's not Spence and them,
Mm-hmm.
it's Al Heyman and the promoters and them. See, they hold up the
Mm-hmm.
fight because Terrence Crawford wants visibility. And see, they got Earl. See, usually Earl go along with the go along. So to be honest, I think they've been shitting Earl out of his money anyway. because
like they were with Tank. You remember AB said that too.
exactly. Yeah, look, they've been shitting Earl out of his money anyway. Because Earl, he takes what they give him and he happy. Because he feel like he's getting a certain amount of money. But you gotta realize the PBC, you see, they so quick to make Earl fights and everything. And you know, they give Earl what he want. And you know, Earl, he making a payday, so he ain't really thinking about it. But if you really think about it, how much is Earl bringing in on these fights? Like, he outsold Canelo. And had the biggest gate in the year. And all Earl got was like 12 million. You feel me? But he outsold Canelo, but that 12 million was good for Earl. But if we go back to the books,
and he filled up fucking Cowboy Stadium with that 80,000 seats.
Yeah, he done filled up Cowboy Stadium twice. But look,
that's a lot of seats. Boy, that's a lot of popcorn. It's a lot of Coca-Colas.
Yeah, but he not getting all that fatty. All Earl's biggest payday was 13 million.
Was that Porter?
Nah, it wasn't the Porter fight. It was the Garcia fight. That was his biggest payday. That was the biggest payday. He got 9 million on the Ugas fight. You feel me? So he making this type of money and he's selling over 300,000 subscriptions. So where's all the money going? You know, I know they got to pay the undercard and everything, but they've been funneling money off of Earl. He's the cash cow. And that's what they've been doing to Wilder and everybody else that sells because nobody had the fortitude and the discretion to ask, let me see where all the money goes with the books. Hell, Canelo argued the same fact against Oscar De La Hoya because Canelo, when he was with De La Hoya, he wasn't getting all his money.
You know what I think happened?
You say what, bro?
And I didn't mean to cut you out, bro. I'm just saying, you know what I think happened? You know how when Pacquiao and Mayweather got together and that fight happened, made that fight happen. I believe somebody went over somebody's house and they were like, my nigga, they trying to rob both of us. Blind. and that's what, because when it went down, you see what Bud said, I think Errol wants to fight. Yeah. He took him out of it, and he probably woke him up. Like, he been around one of the shystest ones in the history of boxing. He been around Barbarian. He know what snake shit smell like.
But see, that's what I said. That's why Bud ain't really coming at Earl because Earl wants this fight as well. But you see, Earl and them agreeing to it. But the fact that he wants to see the books, and you see Earl ain't came out and said shit. Because, you know, Earl done woke up like, hold on, I want to see them goddamn books too.
Exactly.
So if y'all showing Terrence Crawford the books, that means we both get to see the books. That's why Earl ain't saying shit to Terrence. He ain't saying shit. He's sitting back. This shit unfold.
And they both gonna get rich off this. They both gonna get very rich.
Yeah, because Earl ain't trying to mess up with his people. So he letting Terrence do it. You feel me? He letting Terrence hold it up right there. That's why Earl said, I can't fight somebody else. Because he's a free agent. Fight nobody else. They try to push the Keith Thurman fight on. He said, nah, this is my fight right here.
And then both of them say that.
EJ said he'd rather vacate than fight Keith Thurman. He don't want to fight.
I know. You know what? Keith Thurman name.
He don't like Keith Thurman, bro.
Keith Thurman name keep popping up. They keep trying to push that nigga on everybody, bro.
Yeah, because I think because they want
all these years. You know, all these years that they spent money and been building up the Keith Thurman Earl Spence fight. So, you know, they trying to get a return investment on that shit right there.
They're trying to see if that shit will grow legs and people will start entertaining the thought of him fighting Keith Thurman just in case so they could have a reason and built an excuse not to give us the fight they know they're supposed to give us. But I'm of the mindset, man, pay both of them dudes. Please just pay them dudes and let them fight. I don't care. I ain't trying to hear all this weird shit. Just pay them. They both deserve it.
They got it.
And Terrence Crawford,
they both deserve
it. He said he'd take 65-35. You know, he said he'd take 65-35. Only thing he want to do is see the books. He want to make sure he get the correct 35%. You feel me? And see, that's where it's at. See, Al Heyman and them ain't trying to open up the books because they know they're doing some bullshit. You feel me?
You know what? I think Mayweather orchestrating this whole shit.
You say what?
I think Mayweather orchestrating this whole shit. Oh, nobody know the one like Mayweather.
Yeah, because
We'll never get it
he
if
probably
that's the case. I think.
Mayweather and Al Heyman are very close.
Yeah,
And
I
like
heard
I
he
said,
close to robbing his ass too.
Yeah,
exactly.
I heard some stuff.
But
Yeah,
he
I heard
said,
some iffy
man,
stuff,
look, Mayweather
man.
ain't getting robbed by Al Heyman, bro. That's the publicity. Mayweather do shit to keep his name popping. Mayweather's over a billionaire, bro. He's almost a 2-time billionaire, man. That man
Answer
got
it though.
Yeah, it's a lot
What
of
was the
stuff that
last
just don't add up.
exhibition he fought over here
That's
in
why I
the
don't believe
States?
it. Mm-hmm.
That was him and
What he
Conor
made?
McGregor, right?
Yeah, that's the one where he sold over 2 million pay-per-view buys.
The word around the campfire, he still wait for that
Yeah,
check.
he's still waiting for the check. But he ain't say that. I hear that too. I've been hearing that, and I hear that from somebody that I could believe. I just don't. It's too much weird. I just don't know what
how
to
much
think.
money
It's
that
like, man,
is? That's over $400-some million that he waiting to receive. Then
you know what I'm saying?
he
Yeah.
received that money because they would have been in litigations real quick. He received that money. He already received that money. But you remember Jake Paul came out with that bullshit talking about Logan Paul was talking about Floyd didn't pay him, and it took Floyd a minute to pay him. Just like Logan Paul and Jake Paul, they one of Floyd Mayweather's people. He got them under contract. So Jake Paul, he doing all this shit right here, but he's a Floyd Mayweather commodity. People don't
They
realize
claim Logan ain't get paid either. Some
Yeah,
shit
that was
like
crazy.
that. I just
Hey
don't
man, I
believe
like
that stuff.
Logan. I don't
I
like
just
that other
don't.
one though.
But
Oh yeah,
that
Logan's
right
smart.
there.
Yeah, he's
I
a
like
smart
Logan. I
dude.
don't like Jake.
But that was
I
Whichever
just
one
don't
the
like that
wrestler
he
is. Whichever
playing
one
with
the wrestler
boxing.
is.
Yeah, I don't like that he
fake
playing
news.
with boxing.
Yeah, that was fake news right there. But like I say, see, Errol from the South, I ain't saying, but that people be trying to take advantage of people from the South. And see, Errol, they've been moving him correctly. And he been getting the fights and his money has been steadily progressing. But look at this shit. He outsells Canelo, but the man getting a $1 million guarantee up front. Come on, man. This money ain't adding up. With the Ugas fight, 1.5. With the Danny Garcia, 1.75. Like the money's not adding up. But Errol, since he receiving 8 figures, he's happy about that. But see now, this 8 figures gonna be different because this is the biggest fight in sports right now. So it's gonna be a lot of revenue coming in. It's gonna be a lot of sponsorships. It's gonna be a lot of advertising prices. It's gonna be a lot at the venue. This fight right here is gonna sell. It's gonna be at least 1 million pay-per-view buys, easy. Because man, you got people like AI talking about the fight. You got people like Clarissa Shields. You got everybody talking about this motherfucking fight. Everybody about to support this damn fight right here. Crawford,
but somehow it ain't a big fight. Somehow, but everybody.
You know why? They said it's not a big
what I'm
fight.
saying?
They said it's not a big fight because if you claim it's not a big fight, then you can fuck with the numbers.
They don't gotta pay people.
You can pay that money.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
yeah, that's that Bob Aaron
Do 1 million
bullshit.
buys. It could be do 1 million buys, and they can say it did somewhere between 600 to 500,000. They ain't gotta.
Get what I'm saying? They want us to help them push their false narratives. I always say that. I always say that. Yo, they try to use us against each other. We arguing in the comments, arguing on the panels. Whole time it's them pulling it. Terrence Crawford, you don't spend your whole life in boxing being scared to fight nobody. Them dudes want to fight each other. They just ain't got their business.
I don't think they're scared. I don't think it's scared.
Yeah, you know how some people say
on
like
Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence. You do a video on either one of them things for the last 8 months. If you do a video over Terrence Crawford or Earl Spence, you're gonna get at least 10,000 views on that thing. If you're not Shadow Man, they gonna get you the views. So how you gonna say that these motherfuckers is not popping? They is popping.
Exactly.
And this fight is long overdue. But see, they trying to sell it as this fight ain't gonna do big. Hell, Triple G and Canelo, they got ready to fight. People didn't even know the fight was coming on until it came on. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Ain't no other fights being promoted. Like usually for Deontay Wilder, he's coming back. He's coming back this week. That shit's supposed to be a lot more fanfare around that, but people ain't really talking about that shit. Except for the diehard boxing fans, But usually, Deontay have a whole lot more hype around it. Everybody's talking about the fight. And when they talk about the fight, you know what they talking about. They talk about Spence versus Crawford. Everybody's talking about it. ESPN is doing false propaganda and they mad because they don't have a part in this fight. And Terrence
Mm-hmm.
Crawford done left Bob Arum, and you know that's man. Bob Arum fell out with ESPN behind that because ESPN had one half of this fight. Now ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports, has an outside window looking into the biggest fight in the sport, and that's a bad look for them. That's why they keep trying to come up with damn narratives and keep coming up with just so they can say, you know, ESPN, but ESPN, y'all leave that shit alone. PC and ESPN do not do business together. So why you got ESPN writers and their reporters reporting on a PBC fight? They just speculating, or they get that shit from burning the box in them. But like I said, Terrence Crawford is a savvy businessman, and he knows Errol has not been getting as much money as he's supposed to be getting. The boys have been doing Errol dirty, but Errol happy. That's just like Demetrius Andrade and them. You know, the zone paid him a certain amount of money, and he was happy because he was receiving big money. He was receiving money to let his career go down. See, Earl's receiving money, and he's progressively receiving more money, but he's not looking at the numbers.
I'm just getting your message.
Damn. I've been in there about 30 minutes though, but look, he progressively getting money. And people not even, and see, when you start to make money, when you making more money than you used to make, and you popping now, you're not thinking about a motherfucker getting you for $1 million or $2 million, because you don't think, okay, but this man just gave me 9-10 million. You know, this is my person. He got my back and everything. So you thinking like that, not knowing there's a whole other 10-12 million that they scaping off the top that you don't even know about. So that's why they trying to promote this fight as it's not so big. All right, because look at it. They did 800,000 off Canelo and Caleb Plant, right? With them doing 800,000 off Canelo and Caleb Plant, they was willing to offer Canelo $100 million contract for 2 fights. So if they was doing 800,000 off Canelo and Caleb, and they tried to offer him $100 million contract, guaranteed, this is upfront guaranteed for 2 fights. How the fuck much money are they making off these fights? Think about it now. Come on, man. They fucking them boys, man. They doing them boys dirty. And because, you know, most of us black people, we like to get our money and everything. We're not really thinking about the intricacies, the promotions, and all that stuff that people get paid for this. You know what I'm saying?
And you can give Caleb Plant $10 million guaranteed, but you can't guarantee $150,000. They said zero money guaranteed. Man, come on. What?
But
That's a slap in the face right now.
But look at boxing history and just look at American history itself. They always lowball black fighters. You know what I'm saying? They always try to cut the pie, you know what I'm saying, for black fighters. They never wanted to give them their just due. You know what I'm saying? That's American history right there.
We got to go back to, you remember when we partied, when the news of the day was, it came out, a little birdie said, Terrence Crawford said he wants $20 million. What was the word of the day? Man, you ain't worth that.
Yeah. You know why? You know why they said that? Because Terrence Crawford never made that kind of money, and we didn't want that to be a block from the fight. That's why people said that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wanted to see him make a stand like that if it's gonna block the fight. Now if we can get the fight, that nigga go for $50 million. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares. Mm-hmm.
It's just like my partner was saying earlier over there. They use us to break down us. They go, like they told Dave Chappelle, you turn down this money, I'm gonna have your folk think you crazy by the time you get home. And that's what they did. 20 million? Your children probably said, Dad, you asked for 20?
Well, look what Pacquiao did to get the Mayweather fight.
The right Dave Chappelle out there. I still don't believe that's the same Dave Chappelle, because there's so much changes in that man, dog.
It ain't the same Martin either. We just talking about Martin. Martin ain't been the same since that passed out, that coma shit. But go ahead.
You know, Errol Spence Jr. don't have to stay with PBC. He's a contractor like everybody else. If they want to, if he want to step out from the PBC and do like Manny Pacquiao to make the Floyd Mayweather fight, you know what I'm saying? He could do that.
You know what I'm saying? Get no cookies in Memphis.
He could go make a deal directly with them niggas over there. And get over there in Saudi Arabia, him and Terrence just meet up. Hey man, let's go make 150 million, bro, together. You know what I'm saying? You know, and do something like that. Or talk to Al and say, hey man, You know what I'm saying? I got to go make my money, bro. You know what I'm saying? And him and Terrence just go to Al and be like, look, man, we going over here and make this fight on our own, and just see
Al is
where the
his,
chips
his
fall.
manager. He ain't his
Right,
promoter. He's his manager.
right.
So you supposed to be in the best deal for me, Al. You supposed to
Hmm.
make the most money I can get. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what your job title is. But it look like you working more for TGB Promotions. Because that's who PBC is. TGB Promotions. I still don't know who TGB is. Have y'all noticed anytime you see a PBC fight, it's TGB Promotions?
Hmm.
Y'all
I
ain't
don't
noticed that,
know.
You
right?
ain't gonna hear it.
Every time it's
Yeah,
a
I've
fight,
heard that name, but I didn't know who the hell it is though.
every time y'all hear it's a fight, it's always TGB Promotions. Whenever it's a
And
big
TGB Promotion, you're right too. You're right. I don't know who the hell it is.
exactly. Who is TGB Promotions? That's the overhead. That's who's making the money, and that's who Al Heyman is managing these fighters to go through TGB Promotions.
And that's why he ain't showing them books.
Exactly. Now Bud asked him to see the books, and now they stalling out because, like I said, there's a lot of shady shit going on in the books. And if
That's
Earl
what
see
Fred
them,
said on Barbershop Conversation. He said why they don't get sued because they don't want to open them books. They
and
hurry up and settle with your ass.
that's why they do whatever they can to stop the Bud and Spence fight, because that means Spence get to look at the books too. And they definitely, and you don't want your top earner, you don't want your biggest star looking at the books and seeing what he actually pulling in for a fight. Because if Earl actually sees what he makes in a fight, oh, it could be problems.
This is the strangest fight. This is the strangest fight, man, to be made here, bro. Why is it so difficult? You know what I'm saying, to get
But
these fights like this? Why it is so difficult, bro?
it's called money. The root of all evil, money.
It's like, wow, bro. I mean, Canelo can make big deal after big deal after big deal.
I
You know what I'm
mean,
saying?
and
We
he
trying
fight
to make
every 4
one here,
months. He
right?
fight every 4 months.
We trying to get one
Canelo
fight,
demands
bro.
his price. Canelo demands his price. And most people gonna lose out paying Canelo price. So he ain't got no reason to look at the books because he get what the fuck he want. Either we
Yeah, it ain't
damn
no way
we
PBC
don't.
made their money back. There's no way they
Hell,
hell no.
the dog going bankrupt trying to damn pay Canelo.
But
The
you know,
dog
the
going
PBC
bankrupt paying that.
they pay their fighters over 90% of their purse though. So that's better than, you know what I'm saying, a lot of promotional companies. If you paying a nigga up front, that guarantee. Because if you paying them a guarantee and you ain't got to pay them no net pay, then you ain't got to pay them no more after they get that guarantee, other
Yeah,
than whatever
that's
else they
what
contracted
Ryan
for.
Garcia used to get. He used to get that guaranteed money without no damn back end.
Y'all remember
Exactly.
where y'all remember with the Mayweather it was like the Mayweather gold mine. When you fight Mayweather, you get 5 mil. You get 5, he get 30. Them
Now it
fuckers
was 10
lining up to get
million.
that
Most
5
people got
mil.
10 million for fighting Mayweather. That's why everybody
Who
wants to
that?
fight. You was
Who that?
taking home about 10 million that fight.
Madonna? Oh yeah, especially on the side of, getting all them patches and shit. Them folk got paid for all that.
Hell
And I know
yeah.
Madonna went up to like 8-10 million when he got that rematch. Mayweather fighting everybody for that 5 million, whooping their ass.
Everybody
But
loved it. That's why you
when
got people like Caleb Plant, Billy Joe Saunders. You see, they laid down for Canelo. Fighting Canelo changed their life. Caleb Plant ain't made a Caleb Plant barely made a meal. He fought Canelo, got 12.
Yeah, boy.
Billy Joe got a cool 10. All them years of damn doing his little thing. Billy Joe ain't made $1 million in England fighting.
Mm-mm.
He just
He
got 10.
said
Yeah, what he did. Shit.
he got 10 million and his glasses ain't gonna never fit right no more.
He ain't gonna never
What's
make
going
that
on,
glass
Slime
no more.
Season? What you think about all this, bro?
Yeah, I mean, to Spence and Crawford, they ain't gotta go to like, they ain't locked in the contracts to go to a specific network. So I mean, they should be okay. They can go to Fox and do their thing on Fox. I doubt they gonna go outside the PBC to make this fight. They can go to what? Then I think I seen a PBC show on CBS one time.
They said
They have them everywhere. So
they said Fox they told Showtime that Fox was bidding on the fight as well. Because you know the last Deontay Wilder fight was on Fox. So you know they was trying to pressure Steve Espinosa and Showtime, and they was telling them that, you know, Fox is also out there as well.
Yeah, and I think I just seen somewhere. I just seen like Paramount. They just got the executive from Showtime. So
What up, DJ?
What's going on?
I hit up HBO. I hit up
Chilling.
HBO. HBO, y'all trying to get y'all motherfucking game back in. Y'all trying to get back in the boxing game. How about y'all host the biggest fight of the damn decade? HBO.
But you know, HBO, they ain't like doing too many niggas.
Ain't that why they stopped? Because they didn't want to keep putting budgets together for sports. Like,
they
lost so much money on Canelo and Triple G.
I mean, I know they lost money because your boy Bernard Hopkins said, you know, it's a video years ago, probably about 10 years ago. Bernard Hopkins talking about he clipped Don King. You know what I'm saying? He took Don King. They Don King, they bet the bank on Bernard Hopkins losing. And
yeah. And he only signed like a one fight deal.
And he crushed Don King. And so now that's why you got these 3 fight. Everybody want a 3 fight because of what Bernard Hopkins did to Don King. You know what I'm saying? And then later on in life, they HBO, you know what I'm saying, making their exit up out of boxing because of that move right there.
Yeah.
They try to pull the Vegas. Yeah, they tried to pull the Vegas on Bernard Hopkins, and Bernard Hopkins didn't read the memo.
Who was Bernard fighting that time?
I want to say Jermaine. Let me pull it up.
Jermaine Taylor.
Was it Jermaine Taylor? It wasn't Jermaine. Was it Jermaine Taylor? Let me pull it up right quick for y'all. I'm gonna tell you in a second.
You know,
go ahead, my bad, bro. I was saying I hopped on because I wanted to pose something on the table as far as like we was talking about the fight being made.
Mm-hmm.
I said it should have been made in October because it ain't made in October. You got people like Floyd Mayweather and Bob Arum and other people who into sports, Dana White, Joe Rogan, and all those.
What's going on, Big Key?
And they could get those dates. So you know some stuff about to come up ahead of time. Like I'm in Atlanta, right? And you know some stuff about to come up. You say, well, shit, before it come up, I'm gonna run down here and book the Phillips Arena. So if I book the Phillips Arena, whoever want the Phillips Arena that night when this event come up, they got to buy it from me because I already paid for it. You know what I'm saying? So you got a lot of that stuff going on with far as
so they blocking venues.
Yeah, venue space, because you got to think who want to give up. Like we can love Errol Spence as boxing fans and Terrence Crawford as boxing fans, but people who got those event spaces to make money, they ain't trying to just give them up like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I think Floyd Mayweather, the reason why he talking shit, and it could be a conspiracy theory on me, is because he probably done bought all them nights. You know what I'm saying? All them Saturday nights for the probably next, you know what I'm saying? All the way till March, maybe May. You know what I'm saying? He probably don't buy that. That's why he say they can't make no money without me. They know, and we like, why they can't make no money without you? You must got the venue. You know what I'm saying? You must got the venue. Because if they ain't going to Barclays and they ain't going to the Phillips Arena here in Atlanta, then somebody got their hand in the cookie jar with all those. Because it shouldn't be this hard to make. And
I take Jerry Johnson, man. Take that shit to Cowboy Stadium.
I would too. But then they saying that if they did that, then everything could be in the favor of Errol Spence. Like when Tank fought here in Atlanta. So it's rule how many corner men you're supposed to have. But because they bought that arena, Floyd Mayweather was able to walk up on the turnbuckle and act as a corner man. That should have been a disqualification, but that's his ring, that's his referee, those his judges, that's his security, that's his paramedics. He paid for all that, so you know.
Mm-hmm. So it's about control,
right? You know what I'm saying? That control allowed him to walk up on the ring. His dad had tried that shit. They told it. I think they either kicked his dad out or made him go a couple of rows back. Yeah, and you seen Big Floyd yelling from like the fourth row or something, trying to tell Floyd what to do, but I think they told him that he couldn't come up on the ring no more.
But you know, Floyd powerful enough. He know these dudes. He could just call and get shit shut down.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Floyd got
He
his
don't need
hand
to put.
directly in the cookie jar.
yeah, right,
You know what
right.
I'm
Yeah, he
saying?
don't even have to actually necessarily buy the dates. The people who
Mhm.
got those, the people who own those spaces, like shit, bro. If you ain't in on it, I ain't fucking with it.
Right.
Yeah,
So you
and
know
that
he done got so big he can fix the sport like that. But my thing
Yeah.
is, you know, what is Floyd angle on all this? You know, because he's been putting out there lately about his relationship with Al Heyman,
Man, he trying to get
and
Bud
he
over
want to
to the
be, he want to
PBC.
be them niggas that ripped him off. Like I put, like I'm in the music business, and what I learned about a lot of these niggas in the music business, the person that they sign to with the rip off ass contracts, they
Mhm.
end up being that person. Once they get them a look,
Right,
they get solid. They get a next artist up behind them that same contract that they was
You see
getting.
the
right.
contract he gave Tank? Tank
Mm-hmm.
talking about how can he give a kid this damn type of contract?
Yeah, because he was taking that kind of contract when he was over there with Bob Arum. I seen them old Floyd Mayweather interview. We talking
Mhm.
about I just fight with it in front of me. He talking about, man, they was giving me 100,000 to fight. The most 150,000 was when I was young. Now these kids these days they getting millions. Like give them what the stock done went up, Floyd. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Back
right,
then you took that money because you was from Grand Rapids and y'all ain't have much. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
once you started to know what you're supposed to get, then you start trying to get that stuff. Now you in this space of knowing, like DJ Academic was talking shit about old rappers and stuff. It's the same
Mhm.
thing with these old boxers. Bernard Hopkins, Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather. If y'all really about these kids' future and boxing, then y'all wouldn't have them in on contracts that y'all was in.
Yeah, but you know, the boxing game is a game of give and take, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
they giving these fighters these advances and shit, trying to keep them on their feet
And they ain't winning.
most of the time. Exactly.
Right.
Or they ain't making enough money. They ain't bringing the revenue back in. So you in the red. So I'm gonna
Right.
bench your ass. I'm gonna bench you, and I'm gonna put somebody that actually fill asses up in the seats.
True.
That's why,
And
like I
yeah,
said,
bro, we gonna do it
That's
like
true,
that.
man.
that's why they don't want to open the books up right there.
Well, you
Because they
saw
know they
y'all
trying to
saw
rip
what
them off.
Andre Ward. Y'all saw what Andre Ward was talking about.
Talking
PBC
about the
can't
house
be
nigga.
greedy.
House
Yeah,
nigga. He keeping
And
it real
Andre
though.
Ward can't even be talking because when Andre Ward fought Sergey Kovalev, man, they shitted on Sergey Kovalev so bad, bro didn't even get a check for that fight. And he got knocked the fuck
Exactly.
out for that second fight. You know what I'm
Damn
saying? He
sure
got
did.
knocked out, stopped, and didn't even get paid. That's the worst way you can go out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did him wrong. They did him wrong. Yeah, Kovalev, they do them Russian fighters wrong. Kovalev didn't get paid for the Andre Ward
Did
fight. The
Bivol
boy
get
who
his
beat up.
money yet? Because last time I checked, Bivol ain't
Bill ain't
get
got
his
it.
yet.
Bill ain't got his paper yet. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's because they blamed it on that damn Ukrainian
On the
war.
sanctions?
Yeah, on the war shit.
But Better
Like,
Biev is Russian as well.
Yeah, man, get them folk they damn money,
Better
man.
Biev, he Russian, but he stayed in Canada.
it's like he ain't got nothing to do
Bivol is
with that.
Russian, stayed in America.
Right. Yeah,
It's
man.
like he ain't got nothing. They ain't pay him because he beat Canelo ass. That's why they ain't beat. That's why they ain't pay him. You know what I'm saying?
And then and now folk want to break. Now folk want to. I heard the little Fed narrative, and I'm like, nah. I think Al Heyman. I think that he a little more cleaned up to be worried about some Fed narrative. I heard the Fed narrative. He ain't fighting. He ain't gonna put the fight together with Terrence Crawford because Terrence Crawford got ties with Daniel Cunningham or whatever the nigga name is. Cunningham. Yeah, I'm like, nah. Al Heyman too clean. You know. His background too clean. Man promote Stevie Wonder. He ain't studying about no shit like that. He'll put that fight together, man.
I ain't lying. You know, fuck around and get Stevie out there. You know, to do the national anthem.
Whitney Houston, Beyonce.
Yeah. He go on from day to day. Yeah. He was the nigga. When I was a kid, he was the nigga. Like when it came to doing shows, is like he was the person that you really wanted to like. Just hope he can hear your music. He hear my music. Fuck a record deal. I'm finna be, you know what I'm saying, opening up for, you know.
Yeah, Budweiser Superfest.
Yeah.
Well, so it's starting to look like it's
That
just
was
too
his
many.
shit right now. The Budweiser Superfest.
Too many people trying to figure out how to get money after this fight.
You
Trying
know
to get
why?
their hand.
Because
Yeah, because there's a lot of investors in this fight. Shit, TGB, it's gonna be Errol, and you know Terrence got his promotional company,
right?
and
And
you
then
got
a
the
nigga
people that's
like
gonna be
me,
holding the fight.
a nigga like me, and like y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all see a foot in where you can become a vendor, where you sell some t-shirt and the type of thing, you're gonna want your slot in there too.
Get in there,
Exactly.
yes,
That's why
sir.
you've been seeing Bud so many people. You feel me? These investors for the fight. These
God
people
damn it,
that's
I ain't
actually trying
lying,
to
nigga.
get their
I'm
hand in the
making
pot.
Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence teaspoons, nigga.
What
You
you
know what I'm
talking
saying?
about?
That's why I said that TGB
Selling
promotion.
shirts online and all.
If you look at it,
TGB so deep. That
TGB,
shit you said about TGB so deep, bro, because
he's
man, that
at
man
Floyd.
had his hand in the pot for so long, bro. I remember seeing
Look,
TGB when
he's
Floyd
at
was
all the
fighting.
Floyd fights. All the Floyd fights, TGB is there. All the PBC fights.
Tom Brown, ain't it? That's his name.
Mm-hmm.
Well, where did G come from? I know it's TGB Boxing.
Probably his middle name.
Well, TGB Boxing, he's on every big event. Every big event is TGB Boxing, and I'm like,
Let
damn,
me
we
look
ain't
this
even
up.
here.
I
He
gotta
got his
know.
hand in the pot.
Tom Brown Promotions.
Yeah, most definitely.
And who the hell is Tom
Tom
Brown?
Brown. Tom Brown never had nothing but negative shit to say. You know what I'm saying? He come out, you know what I'm saying, it's nothing good. You know what I'm saying? He never had nothing positive to say about this damn fight. He's like
Active
either
since 2014.
I was like, come on, bro. Let's have some good news, bro. It's just too much business going on. I just hate that we privy to it, but that's the way it's going now. You know, my
Yeah, but
purse.
ain't they the Ring magazine? Ain't that's the Ring magazine? TGB promotion? Ain't that the
That's
Ring
Oscar
magazine?
De La Hoya.
Yeah.
It's it used
Oscar
to be
De La
what,
Hoya is the
10
Ring.
Goose?
Yeah,
It used to be
That's
10
that's
Goose
Oscar
boxing.
shit.
But
Oscar
yeah,
He
boxing.
promoted Holyfield versus Jane Tony.
I
but
always
yeah,
thought the Ring was. Damn, y'all just showed me. So I always thought TGB was the Ring magazine. That's why, you know what I'm saying? That's why they got the
Why you
stats in
think
the
the
belt.
Ring magazine
what?
be
Why
shitting
is
on black
Ring
people?
Magazine snatching their
They would
belts
have had
back?
all PVC fighters on that
Why
bitch.
they got this attitude about they could take? You earn the damn belt in the ring, right? Why
Oscar
they
mad, man. Oscar
say,
mad. Them people making money without him.
And
That's
Oscar
heavy.
went, and there was no more fishnets in that motherfucker. He said, "That's it."
Yeah, that's why you don't see none of the PVC fighters on that Ring magazine.
Man, them folk want to be Don King again. Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather Jr. They want to be. They want to do what was done to their daddies. You know what I'm saying? To these new people, man, and it's obvious. Like Errol Spence Jr. just started. His last 4 fight, he fought Michael Garcia, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, and Ugas. 4 champs straight. And this gonna be his 5th champion. You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to go back to fight no motherfucking Lamont Petersons and Keith Thurmans and people with low stocks and stuff like that.
Yeah, he a former champ.
But they done Keenan. See, it looked good on the outside because we see him riding in the Ferrari. He got enough money, he can crash Ferrari and go to the doctor and get himself fixed. Him and Terrence Crawford can show up with big dookie ass diamond chains and stuff like that. But on the inside, the people who behind them doing them the same way that they was done. You know what I'm saying? Like old ass Bob. Come on, old ass Bob. You know you're supposed to be gave the reins over to somebody else, but because he know the shit inside and out.
Hey, guess what I just realized?
What?
TGB is a brand of Goosen promotional company.
Yeah, 10 Goose.
For real?
Yeah, 10 Goose Boxing is from Goosen. You know, Goosen has some shit with wasn't Goosen Dan Goosen. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It was something I forgot about Dan Goosen that was bad.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, you suckers
Let me see
trainer.
here.
Yeah, Dan Goosen. So TGB,
Yeah, because he passed away. Let's see here.
Dan Goosen.
They say they're the lead promoter to powerful boxing manager Al Heyman's premier boxing champion. So they gotta get their cut. That's the cut right there. That's the cut.
Yeah.
That's who ain't finna show they book.
Yeah, it's a powerful fraternity, man. When it comes to this business shit, you don't know who's tied into who on the
And you
other
know,
end.
shit, Floyd already he been told y'all shit. PBC could be Pretty Boy champion, so you already know he ain't really gotta have his TMT up there.
Well,
He the reason why
Floyd
that
gonna tell you because ego. He can't take it. He got to let you know he in charge. So you
he
in
can't be
business with
quiet.
Floyd. He can't keep quiet, bro. You going, yeah, that's my contract, nigga. You work for me. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford signed
He
to me.
always check Errol on that shit. Like every time Errol be like, I'm my own promoter and shit. Like,
man, I want to say one thing before I get off for my session pull up. I love this channel, man. Y'all the only niggas, the panel that be talking with logic. Give Errol his props, give Bud his props, give Tank his props, give Devin Haney his props. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't really be tearing boxes down, and
yeah, because niggas don't be on that. Niggas really be trying to talk box and niggas getting insulted all day, like for having an opinion. Okay,
You
my
caught them
opinion
on the
might be
right
different
day,
from
because by
yours.
sometime they just like. But that's what's up though, man. We gotta big our own up. We gotta big them boys up because they out there putting themselves on the line, man, and they gotta get the respect. Because a lot of them listen to this. They be here and they hear chopping it up and giving them their props because they can't get it from other places.
So y'all think it's too late to show teach old dog new tricks? Like teach Terrence Crawford how to be a people person. Teach Devontae Davis and Deontay Wilder how to speak correctly. You think it's too late for that kind of stuff?
That's what make you great. I mean, if you talk right, you ain't gonna be no good fighter.
I hate that shit, man. Listen, this man ain't shit, man. This man ain't shit. Listen, Joe Frazier good, but he can't talk. Muhammad Ali good, but he can't talk. Man, even Big Floyd right now, living legend. He good, but he can't talk, man.
Floyd be like, the thing is this:
and
if I want bacon,
talk a prop if you want to, get your ass whipped.
your ass better not get that civilized. You see Tank talking better. Tank out there better go back to where he was fucking dyslexic.
The better you is in that ring.
Tank had that dum-dum strength, boy. That shit was extra strong for no reason.
You got to go in there like you can't understand shit.
Your ass better not learn no 15 words in a month. You gonna get your ass whooped.
But Terrence Crawford speak well. He speaks so well. He know how to speak cryptic. You know what I'm saying? But he don't promote himself. I'm like, this nigga supposed to be dropping that sauce everywhere. Like you can look into what he's saying, but he speaks too well for you to actually know what he's saying.
But he don't know how to use his pronouns. That nigga pronoun game is fucked up.
Oh, Bud.
Bud, like one of the ones in the hood named Black. And Black can kill your ass like with a razor or a pistol.
Yeah.
he ambidextrous.
I just want to see these dudes get in the ring.
I do. I think they should take the money from Floyd. He a billionaire. They got a billionaire right here. I know people say they get the money from the Russians. They can get the money from the Arabs. They can get the money from some Africans. But Floyd right here, y'all, get the money from Floyd, man. Floyd,
but it's them strings, bro. It's them strings that gonna come along with that, boy.
Getting the right amount of money from Floyd.
Yeah, it is gonna be some strings.
Floyd is like that. Floyd is like that dude that show you the ropes in prison, but you don't have to eat that snack cake.
Right. Yeah, you're gonna have to hide the shanks and the phones and shit.
You're gonna eat. You're gonna have to. He gonna offer you the Roman noodles, but it's gonna come time to pay.
Yeah, you got to pay that price. Yeah. Like
we're gonna keep the season.
Get these noodles, but when the guard coming in, motherfucker, you got to swing on them so we can get these keys.
Shit, he gonna be at every press conference and shit, talking about his damn fights, what he did. You know what I'm saying? I know Tank hate that shit. Tank be like sitting there. Yeah, it's like when I fought Zab Judah. Tank this gonna be a competitive fight like when I fought Zab Judah and I beat him.
Man,
so you be like, damn.
Right.
But Tank got to realize all them punches didn't miss. A lot of them motherfuckers landed, man. That man, you gotta.
What's going on, PGH, dog?
Floyd fought a lot of warriors, man. Like Floyd be going out sometimes. They got to bring his ass back.
Yeah, nigga be having flashbacks and shit. From
Yeah,
Madonna,
man.
damn punches coming from all angles and shit. That nigga be doing his little technique and shit when he talking in boxing and shit. Doing interviews and shit. That little pad work he be doing.
Yeah.
I like
You
I
know,
saw him
I
training up
don't know how
Clarissa
them niggas
Shields.
let him get off like that. He be looking at the crowd and be doing them like he do move out the way. Like
Floyd is
to the
different,
crowd and
bro.
shit.
Floyd, he been doing that shit so long, bro. He been doing that. You seen the photo of him when he was a baby and he had the boxing gloves on? He been doing this shit forever, bro.
It's
Yo,
like
man,
the 30. It's like the 47 palms, baby. Once you do that shit,
the
it's
funniest
muscle
shit
memory.
was when he put his hands
Y'all
out.
knew it was coming.
I
When
got
he
a
put his
cousin
hands
that's
out and looked
blind.
at Ortiz, and
Y'all
Ortiz
knew it was
swung and
coming.
missed.
The 47 palms of Derrick
It's fucking
James,
another
man.
level.
I got a cousin that's blind. He blind now. He had his sight once before, and when he went blind, he went to a self-defense class and beat up. It made the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. It front page beat up the blind man beats up the self-defense instructor because he already knew how to fight. So only thing he needed to do was know where the shoulders was. He knew where the shoulders was. He touched the shoulder, the head, right, and hit the body. He was working the self-defense instructor. And so I can understand what Poole's saying for Floyd being doing it since he was a kid, but them other boxers in front of him been doing it too. They supposed to move out the way. Like that Virgil Ortiz knockout. Was it Virgil Ortiz? What his name was?
Yeah, Virgil Ortiz was his last knockout.
Yeah, when he knocked that man out. Yeah, that man supposed to put his hand up, man. I don't know what the hell wrong with him. Like, put your hand up. That Floyd.
But you know what? Floyd pissed him off because he tried to hit him, and Floyd grounded with both hands and looked at him. And when he swung, he missed. I was like, man, Floyd is black belt, like just fucking with people.
Man, Floyd is,
and he couldn't handle it.
Floyd ruthless, y'all, in the ring.
Yeah,
Floyd is a dirty motherfucker.
Floyd ruthless in the ring, man. I'm talking about people. Whoever fight Floyd, if you don't know, he gonna hit you right off the break. I mean, you ain't been watching Floyd.
Right.
You know, he gonna do certain things over and over again till you catch on. And a lot of these dudes, they just too caught up in the moment. You know what I'm saying, to be effective against him.
Yeah, I said, man, that nigga ain't even touch glove, right? So Floyd did in the press conference. He said, everybody. I'm like, how did nigga hear me? I ain't even in the same city. Folks, I ain't touch glove. I look back at the fight. I'm like, damn, he did. He did touch the man up, and Shawty tried to touch up again and got caught.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and Larry had all the swag in the world because he just thought he knew he had him on some political shit that he done sucker punched him, and he couldn't wait to get up there and talk shit. And Floyd just flipped out on his ass. You don't know shit about boxing. HBO should buy your ass. Oh boy, nigga, I was dead. Nigga, I was dead.
George Foreman and Emmanuel Stewart was out there on the ringside. Were like, nope, it was legal. Nope, protect yourself at all times. That's your job.
Right.
That ain't my job. Ain't no such thing as no fucking clean fight.
And Larry tried to set it up. So you mean to tell me you took advantage of a guy who was trying to
Tried to hit me with a jumping headbutt.
Nigga said I did touch him up.
Jumping headbutt, man.
That was so fucked up, man. That was so fucked up.
I like how Floyd told him. He said, hey, man, he tried to headbutt me. He did something bad to me. I did something bad to him. It is what it is. I give him a rematch.
Hey, look, that nigga did a jumping headbutt, bro. He was trying to crack Floyd's whole head, bro, with that jumping headbutt.
He busted his lip. He was giving him a great fight up until then.
He bust Floyd's lip with that shit. He couldn't hit him, so he busted his lip. If I was Floyd, that I would have been dirty too. Like after you do shit like that, like even with how Marcos Maidana with the hit behind the head shit. You know what I'm saying? I fight. That's the first time I seen Floyd check the hips. Like I always go to the gym and I'd be hearing people talk about hitting hips, inebriate his legs for a second. Yeah, that's the first time I actually noticed like can't hit hit. It looked like a body shot. You know what I'm saying? And the ref say keep him up, but he really hitting your legs to slow your legs down. He was doing Marcos Maidana like that. And Canelo Alvarez, he did Canelo Alvarez like that too. I'm like, damn, that shit do stop you from running around the ring, moving away from him like you want to.
Man, look how EJ hit Uga's
Earl
hips,
does it
bro.
all the time.
Man,
Oh yeah, stop. Yeah,
he destroyed Uga's hips, bro. He was
yeah, man. Like that man
he was
can't even move it, pick up his feet, man, because he got to get his energy back. Like kind of like I don't know if y'all say frog, like motherfucker put a frog in your arm. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
the
he can't
ball
even.
make this shit jump. Got your muscle
Yeah,
jump.
man can't even move his leg now. He just stuck there. EJ can get out.
And you
See,
know
I
what?
think
Floyd
Terrence
got
gonna be
that
better
shit
than that.
from his daddy
They
because
call cramp.
his daddy had got knocked out like that from Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard he was pounding him in that hip area that whole time. And I
that's what
heard
I'm
the
saying.
demonstration on video, and he was like, "Shit." He used that same exact combination, that body, hips, and then face. I think it was like a hook, hook.
Right.
Man, shit. He
So
he was like, bro, that shit take away everything. Like you can't do nothing. Like that shit have you dragging your leg across the ring. Like
That's
Well, he
why
keep you demoralized. I mean, he keep that
that's why
jab on you. He keep hitting you, and he just keep the pressure and keep you trying to defend yourself.
That's why
You know what I'm saying?
That's why some boxers pull their belt up. They be having their shit up higher. So
right, yeah, so you can miss the hip and still hit the body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, old Jack Reese, he let some fighters, he let that Fundora guy get away. See, when EJ put his weight on top of Porter, see, it would have made it an easier fight because when Porter squinched down, he was able to go on top of him, just like. But he let Fundora do that to this last guy he fought.
Oh yeah, and then hit down like that on the hip.
Right. He let him get away with that, but he wouldn't let EJ do that to Porter. He stopped that round of the
Hell,
first round.
Keep him up.
Tyson Fury did the wild every fight.
So
Yeah,
he allowed Fundora to do that, go on his head and all kind of shit.
Fury kept doing it the Wilder. That's how he was getting Wilder tired fast.
Boy, me and my cousin sat back and rewatched the Wild. Man, my cousin was saying he was mad at him. Man, I don't like this shit, cuz. I'm like, you ain't see the fight, cuz? Sit here and watch. Man, the man keep hitting the man with bowls, man. Why the ref ain't saying? I'm like, that's how he fight. He finished all his punching with the bow. All his punching. No, that man hit that man with straight bow. That wasn't no punch, cuz. I'm like, it's called a short punch. Man, that's a straight bow he hitting that man with. I'm like, the ref ain't
I think it's more. I think
ref
it's more.
gave that nigga smelling salt. Did you see what the ref gave him?
Right. I think it's more sinister than that. It's not meant for Wilder to win. They allow all that shit to go against Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Because it's meant for him to be defeated.
When Shaq was playing, you remember they had the hacker Shaq rule?
Yeah, that was fucked up, man. No big ass
Everybody
nigga can run down and just hit Shaq because he was bigger than them.
That's what they did to Wilder. You know, he got the right hand of God. So what we gonna do? We gonna let motherfuckers tee off on this nigga anywhere they can land at.
Right.
What's going on, Naughty Crash?
And that's what they was doing. And that's the hacker Shaq rule that they used on Deontay. Because
know what though?
man was sitting there leaning on Deontay, and you know that nigga about 50 pounds, 60 pounds heavier than Deontay.
The same thing they said made Devin Haney and all them boring.
This nigga over there like Salt. What? This nigga over there like Salt Bay. Look at Slime. He over there like Salt Bay and shit. The hell is he eating? That nigga got the little salt, like he throwing the little glistening and shit. The salt. What you got going on right there?
You got Salt Bay in the
What you got there?
Oh shit!
I'm like,
he got the.
That boy doing a meal prep on pull counter. That's what I'm talking about. Meal prep.
You know, but you gonna make me big over here, boy. They got the water. You drinking water, healthy lifestyles. You see, black people catching on. They're gonna change the game on them.
You gonna be on that like Blu-ray out there, y'all.
Look at him. Look how you putting a little seasoning on there. All right. You see,
man, I seen Blu-ray do some shit on the Instagram, man. I was like, this nigga too fucking strong, man. He was doing some type of goddamn push-up shit. Like, nigga, you ain't that nigga too fucking strong, man. He got strength out. He got endurance. That's what I say. He got his muscle memory. You know what I'm saying? Got crazy endurance on it. You know, and I think
that dude there is just a fitness phenomenon, bro. You know, I see there's a bunch of dudes, black dudes. You know, I ain't gonna say like, you know, like up in New York, go to the playground and do that kind of calisthenics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been seeing that, man. Them dudes incredible. They like 55 and 48 and
Mm-hmm.
in incredible shape. No body fat. You know what I'm saying? Niggas just
Mm-hmm.
this strong out this world, bro. Just working on their monkey bars and just lifting up their own weight. And I know it come from prison. Niggas in prison be doing that shit. You know what I'm
So
saying? But
Paul, you look at box, not box rec, but the box stats, just like to see who number 1, 2, 3, and all that stuff.
not lately, but most
They got
times I do.
Stanionis. They got Stanionis right there. If Bud and EJ don't fight, Stanionis gonna fight EJ. As far as
Well,
how their record
I
looks.
mean,
that's a
is
good
number
fight.
1 in the WBA. I mean, he got the WBA regular championship belt, and they've been paying him step aside money since
Yeah.
Ugas Pacquiao.
Yeah, but
Mm.
who would you rather see EJ fight? I know he ain't gonna fight Booth like Eli Peters TV was saying. But who would you rather see him fight? I know he's gonna beat Stanley on his ass.
Bud,
I would want to see him. In my
if he
opinion, I
can't
want to
get
see him
Bud,
beat
I
us some
want to
white
beat
boys.
Thurman.
I mean, I ain't prejudiced or none of that stuff, but I want to see him beat us some white boys now, some white boys and Mexicans now. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him. I mean, if he don't fight Bud next, then standing on his bit, bring your ass on in the ring. Virgil RT, bring your ass on in the ring.
I want Thurman.
Boots. I like Boots, but and I feel like black fighters should fight black fighters and stuff. But I think EJ need to start going. If he can't get Bud, he need to start doing some grabbing them big ass chicks out there. You know what I'm saying?
But you
Like,
know what I think?
I believe that. You know what I'm saying?
This
Because
what
if
I
they're gonna
think
play
right here.
I see if they're gonna play the game like that. I believe that too, bro. Go ahead.
You want me to tell you what I think? I think in about 3 more years, as long as they both keep winning, Boots and EJ will be bigger than Earl and Bud. If
I think so too.
wins, I think that's going to be the more closer fight. Boots and
Yep.
EJ.
Because Shawty making a name for herself, Jerron Ennis says. He ain't camera shy. He ain't camera shy.
And see, right there, that's a bigger welterweight than Earl. It's not Bud coming up. Like they say, Bud came up 130. You got a motherfucker that's 5'10", switch hitting with power, with pizzazz. You feel me?
But more important, man, EJ and Bud, they got to stay active, bro. They can't be this inactive with all this competition coming.
That's why
all three of them.
He only got one fight down here. Because after this next fight, he going up because he want to stay active. He want to have 2-3 fights a year in 154.
All three of them fought 3 times in the last 4 years. Bud, Errol Spence, and Keith Thurman only fought 3 times.
Yeah, but we know why Errol didn't fight. He had all them injuries. See what I'm saying? Bud didn't have.
Keith Thurman wasn't injured, Paul.
Hell no. You know that nigga wasn't. That nigga wasn't injured. That nigga went. You saw him shadow boxing in Dubai. That nigga was having a good time. That nigga was on that motherfucker just wiggling and dancing and shit. You saw him everywhere, all over the world.
So, and then one of them years, didn't Bud have an injury? He wasn't injured either?
No.
Bud wasn't injured. Bud was just chilling.
Bud was just fighting. You know, he kept saying he can't get no opponents.
Oh, he said the PBC. That's what he was talking about. The PBC fighter scared why he turning down the offers and wouldn't negotiate.
Offers.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Aaron wasn't trying to pay the motherfuckers to fight.
But see, that's what we missed out on, a golden era of boxing right there, because we wanted to see Bud fight them dudes. I believe he would have beat them, you know what I'm saying? But he needed those names, you know what I'm saying, to solidify his career. You know, that you can't sit on undisputed at 140, bro, forever. You know what I'm saying?
If Bud would have been with the PBC, or if he was signed right now, bro, we would get that fight, bro. Like, that's a point blank period, because they just don't have nothing invested in him. So they gonna shit on him. They not gonna give him what he want. You know what I'm saying? He not gonna have insight on the shit that he want insight on.
And it ain't just Bud with the PBC. They want all the fighters.
Yeah,
you know what
I'm saying? Like,
but ain't having a monopoly wrong in America?
Yeah, it is. But
having a monopoly is wrong in America, ain't it?
Right. But
yeah, I guess that's what y'all like you pull, and everybody else who got a channel. I guess that's the thing y'all got to pull up, the monopoly rules. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
But
they
see,
can't
the
do
thing
that.
is, but see, it's still fighters out there. That's the problem. See what
Mm.
I'm saying? You know, I mean, they don't have all the fighters. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Top rank still got they fighters. They still got Shakur. They got Devin. I mean,
They
not
got
Devin. Yeah,
135
yeah, yeah. They
on
got
top.
Devin. Right.
Mhm.
Everybody. See, when Bob had all the damn, Don King had all the fighters at one time.
Mhm.
Well, all the fighters that mattered. I'll say that.
Right, right. I
Um,
feel what you're saying.
then Bob Arum had all the fighters at one point in time. You see what I'm saying? And he didn't share. They all try to get all the fighters so they can have in-house fights. You
Mm.
know, Golden Boy, they all want in-house fights. They don't want to share the money with nobody.
And then
You know,
with that, then they can play like. See, that's why I feel Bud at. Even if Bud didn't say let me see the books, that's why I feel let me see the books come in. At. If y'all playing the game like that, y'all can take like if I'm your artist, Pool, you say I signed a record deal with you. You can tell me you bought the beat for X, Y, and Z. You paid
Mhm.
X, Y, and Z for studio time. The promotional run costs this much money. You know what I'm saying? The radio run costs, and so now I just got this little bit left.
Exactly. That's
That
why I
Right.
ain't
really
right,
need
man.
to
That
see
ain't
the
right.
book.
It-
That
Be
ain't
like
right.
in one
Looking
of
for
them
insight, though.
TLC videos and
He
shit.
looking for
Yeah,
Goddamn,
that ain't
buy
right.
me.
Ooh.
I mean, it's looking a lot like right though, bro. Like, why would you not want them to see what's going on unless you're trying to hide something?
No, I'm
He
saying
said
that's right. I'm
approval.
saying that part of they should be able to
See the books.
cease and desist the record. Not cease and desist. They should have a clause in the record in a contract to y'all know what I'm saying. Like you can review how many record sales you sold
Yeah,
at so
like I
many.
want to see my shit before every match, and after the
Right,
match.
Okay, I'm gonna put it this way. Let's say you're a supplier, right? You
right,
supply New York with the best dope, right?
right.
And you the only supplier, and you know what I'm saying? So now you for to go up on the price, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of your best dope dealers say, I want to see what the books look like. You know what I'm saying? Hey, why you
Mm-hmm.
going up on the price? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna let them look at what you paying for it? You know what I'm saying?
No,
Are you going? No, you're
no.
not.
Yeah, right. You're right about that. Right,
But let
you're
me
right.
ask you a question
The
though.
key
But if you got a
is,
dude
and the
that
key
works for
thing
you,
is,
okay.
he
But
is
if you telling me
asking
you
for
paying me this,
approval.
but if you telling me
Hmm.
you paying me this, right?
Hmm.
And I'm telling you, I'm gonna go ahead and take 35%, nothing extra. I want to make sure I'm getting my full 35%, just like EJ need to make sure he get his full percentages. Because a funky pair of lips can say anything.
But what I'm
Men
saying
lie,
is,
men lie, women
you're
lie.
not over. You're not. It's not your game. You're not over them. They're over you. So how you gonna check them? You see what I'm saying? That's the point. How you gonna?
Because without me, it's no fight. It's no fight. Without
Yeah, but
Earl,
you
it's no
still
fight.
how you gonna? What I'm saying is, how you gonna be sure everything is everything? You never done. This has never been done. You ain't got boxes going through the books
Nah,
of
you
the.
know they gotta keep them ledgers. They gotta keep them ledgers straight for the IRS. Them ledgers gotta be straight for that. They
How
they.
many corporations you think gonna allow you to
I
do that
know.
though?
I mean, but if you're trying to get the biggest fight, we need to see what's coming in. I don't want to see your whole books. I just want to see your books for this fight right here. I want to see what is generated and what was there. Come on, bro. That's a reasonable offer. I'm
I
risking
think
my
that's
life.
an exception. Yeah, I think they asking for an exception that they ain't gonna make. You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
bro, if I'm risking my life, I can't make sure I'm getting the right amount of money.
They don't give a damn about
We
that.
to buy. Fuck it.
But that's what I'm saying. So
Hey,
like,
but,
if you tell me you got the MGM
Go ahead.
grand, so we working out, we going off the money what we getting up front and what we might get on the back end. So the
Your
book said
opinion.
you telling me that you booked the MGM grand for $1
Okay,
million,
you want the other one?
but the
Mhm.
book saying that you got the MGM grand for 200,000. So what the other 800,000, man? EJ need to break up on EJ. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You need to bust that
exactly.
up.
Yeah, but
If
who
you
gonna
got a
track
budget,
that?
if you had a budget to get the venue, you had a budget to get the ring, you had a budget for all the, you know what I'm saying, budget for the
Mhm.
water, a budget for the vendors and all that old stuff. And then we look back at the books and see, damn, boy, I brought $10 million out here on the table.
Well, ain't that's why you
Exactly.
got Al Heyman?
Okay, but guess
Yeah.
what? That's why that. But see, Al Heyman can be fucking them. Shit, you know.
Yeah,
Shit.
that's what I'm saying. You just a fighter, bro. You ain't
Okay, then check
Warren
this out. I
Buffett.
can do it
You,
myself.
you
I
Right.
gonna
can do it
hire you gonna
myself.
hire an outside source, somebody who because if you ain't educated, bro, motherfucker put a financial report in front of you, you don't even know what the hell you looking at.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? As a fighter. So who you need an accountant, you need some niggas that know what the hell going on. I mean, they could be fucking you right in front of your face. You know
And
what I'm
guess
saying?
what? That's why you're supposed to know. That's why one thing I be trying to stress to black people is know what you're doing first. Like if you get into a certain business, that's like when my people made businesses, they made sure they knew how to work the business themselves, and they knew what the supplies cost, how much time is used on it, and everything. So when they send their workers out there, they know what to be expected. So if anything was off, then they know somebody been tampering with the books and tampering with the money. You gotta know what the average you bring in and all that shit right there is, because if you're not, they gonna fuck you. And
I think they're gonna get you either way on something
they gonna get
because
you a little bit. Look, they gonna still get them because they not doing this shit for free.
I think Terrence, that's why Terrence Crawford, he need to go all the way through his lawsuit against Bob Arum. Because at least, even though racism, the foundation of their case and all that old stuff, he still get a chance to say, well, I don't think I got paid fairly and be able to, you know what I'm saying, look at them books.
Man, Terrence Crawford and Bomax, they fucked Bob Arum and ESPN on that deal right there. They put Bob Arum and ESPN in the hole on that deal because they gave him that deal because they thought they were gonna get the Spence fight with that. You know what I'm saying? When he restructured that deal, they made off like fat cats. That's Terrence Crawford and Bomax. They did what they were supposed to do. They made a killing off that damn deal right there. And see, that's why Bob Arum was mad, and that's why ESPN was mad, because they thought they was gonna get part of that Spence fight. And before the Spence fight, Terrence cut, tied, and ran with their ass. Now they stuck holding the bag, and Terrence Crawford and them just made a killing off ESPN.
Look here, I'm gonna tell you something. Terrence Crawford is lucky, bro, because just like Liston, you know, back in the day, you know, they used to be connected with the mafia, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they lucky that times have changed. You know what I'm saying? This nigga ain't wake up with a dead horse head in his goddamn house. You know what I'm saying? You know,
that's real,
like you said, it's a dirty business. What was his name? Sonny Liston. Yeah, Sonny Liston. You know, when he didn't do what they wanted to do, you know what I'm saying, in the fight, you know what I'm saying, they end up killing him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we dealing with multi-millions of dollars, bro, here. You know, and these guys, they want to get paid. They want to muscle in. They want to get the money. So I'm just surprised that Crawford is able to make it this far independently. You know what I'm saying? And do what he did over there with Baca. Baca go way back to all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
What Jay Prince did to him? What he say allegedly what Jay Prince did to him. You know, we don't know is alleged. You know what I'm saying? But
Jay Prince a gangster too. That's why he was able to get Floyd out that contract. He a gangster too now. You know, he got his people.
Why you think Shakur can move? Why you think Shakur can move how he want to over there top rank? Jay Prince a motherfucking killer. He put a call. Jay Prince will put a call and shut some shit down. That's why he be calling them the damn gangsters to the table.
Yeah, Bob said he got down, showed up to the gym and beat up everybody. Well, he didn't show up to the gym. He sent some goons to the gym, and they beat up everybody in the gym with bats and stuff. It was a bloody mess. And, you know, and Floyd called him and say, man, the man say he want their money, man. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and they left it right there. Ain't no other shit involved. No, you know, it's like, damn. So y'all just comfortable on the TV talking about this shit like that, man. I thought, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, damn.
That's statute of limitations. It's limitations.
See, I mean, civilized now, but back then, that shit was real. You know, niggas will show up by that contract, bro, that blank contract and shit with your name on it.
That's what they want to understand right now.
I hope Lil Floyd ain't got being no gangster on Tank though, man. That'd be fucked up, man.
I don't think he would. I don't think he'd do Tank. I don't know what.
Yeah, he's doing Tank dirty now. Tank talking about his bank account was zero balance the other day.
Wow.
That ain't got nothing to do with Florida, though. Shit, you might be out here buying 50 packs of Cheetos every day. That's your fault.
Right.
Fuck that.
Goddamn, not 50 packs of Cheetos, nigga. You
dirty. Like, nigga, you in the dime trap buying drinks.
Shit, nigga,
you buying drinks and chips all day. That's why you ain't got
for everybody. Everybody 200 wings and shit for these motherfuckers.
Bro. He broke all the records at the Barclays with the rolling fight and ain't got paid for it yet.
Hey man, it like with them rappers. I don't want to hear that you thug shit and somebody owe you $150,000. I'm finna break everyone in this goddamn building.
Yeah.
I'm finna act a goddamn fool.
You so goddamn gangster, Tank, you and your homeboys, bro. Y'all shake Floyd ass down then, shit.
But you
Get
got to
your
be in the
bread.
same. You got to be in the same city with them at the same time. And then they lock them gym doors on you. You ain't got access to the gym no more. You on your way to the po house. That's why
Yeah,
he always say some shit with it, which I think is tasteful to an entrepreneur, that a person that's coming up making smart investment, but it's distasteful to the boxer that's, you know what I'm saying, that's at the
Why you
welfare
think
line.
Shakur and Dev said, nah, we cool. See, why you think they always thought Dev was gonna sign to Floyd? He the most like Floyd. Bill Haney was like, nah, we pass on that, brother.
Like Rama and Emily Jones says, fighters have no recourse to call an audit. There's no way for them to validate the financial reports. That's is even shown to them. That's exactly the point I was making. You know what I'm saying? You know, these fighters don't know. You know, they got to rely on their managers, the person that's representing them, to know everything that's going on.
While they training, they need to go ahead and get them you can go to damn extended education, get you a financial management course, 6 months. It'll take you a 6-month course so you can learn what the fuck is going on with your finances, because that'll mean a lot between $100,000 to $1 million more that you would have got.
Man, when you got what Tony Yayo say, they got a Jew unit. That's all you need, man. You don't need none. Them folk come up in now. I bet you Floyd get right. I bet you the book. If you ain't gonna give me no guaranteed money, let me look at the book then. Oh, you can't look at the book, but give me some guaranteed money then. Shit, it ain't that hard. You go give me plain chips or hot chips. No goddamn getting some chips.
But you know, but I just think it's sad. I just think it's sad, bro, that we can't get go ahead.
I say like this: if y'all don't want Terrence Crawford to look at the books, man, like the brother said, just give him the money up front that he wants. Then just go ahead and pay the money. Either pay the money or open the books, man. Or
Yeah, but
not,
see, this is the problem. They don't want Crawford that way. They don't want him that bad.
Okay,
unless
but
they can do him.
But look, if Earl is your goddamn protege, if he's your goddamn moneymaker, then you want to keep him happy. That's not keeping Earl happy.
What they want to do is see that they're trying to say fuck Crawford, and they're trying to put Thurman in there because he's gonna play ball.
Thurman ain't gonna make Earl the undisputed. Thurman ain't gonna make.
You're right. That they don't give a damn
one
about. They don't care about that. We care about that.
Earl cares about that. Earl said that's his dream, and if these
but see,
Earl achieve his dream, he'll go somewhere else now.
But what I'm trying to get you to see is that if you gonna fuck with them dudes over there, that's why I say he probably need to take it somewhere else. They want you to play on their court, right?
Errol can't go nowhere. Errol got a advisor called Al Heyman. Shit, I mean, unless he fire Al Heyman, which I'm pretty sure that shit ain't gonna happen because that nigga signed a contract with that man, and that man is
but how long you think that?
I think a lot of people think that these companies really care about the legacy of boxing, and they don't. They don't care about the legacy of boxing. All they care about is money. They don't care about these belts.
Bro, they know Errol locked in. Bro, Errol will not get another date at all. Fucking around,
man. They have him fighting in skate rinks.
That's real shit you saying, bro, because they do play the game like that. Like if you try to, you may not get another date, another phone call, all their numbers change.
Guess what?
You know what I'm saying?
Earl can go to Top Rank, he can go to the Zone, Earl can go to Triller. He ain't locked in. He just got
but the advisor contract that Al Heyman got, bro, you can't do shit without Al Heyman saying yes. Facts.
No, what Earl said that Al Heyman advises him, but he makes his own decisions.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. The contract that they have with Al Heyman, the advisor contracts you got with Al Heyman, you can't do shit without him saying yes. That's the advisor role.
He like a management or something like that.
He has to say yes to the decision. He has to say yes.
It's worse than a management.
You know what it is? We gotta look at it like EJ. He fighting on their platform.
Dang.
He fighting on their platform, and he don't own the platform that he fighting on. You see what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying, whatever they want, you know what I'm saying, whatever they want, however they want to shape the deal, it's just got to be in his best interest. You know what I'm saying? And usually he's used to doing business with them. So, but Bud ain't. So Bud won't shit on his terms, and PBC won't shit on their terms, and now we got a problem. You see what I'm saying? You know, Bud, they ain't gonna let Bud look at the books. They ain't finna let Bud do shit.
Because if Bud look at the books, then EJ can look at the books. Tank, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, and everybody can now say, "Hey man, y'all shade some points right there. Give me that money."
Now we all bright young men on here, man. What dictates when you get to look at the books? When you're a partner, right?
Say it again.
What dictates when you get to look at the books? When you're a partner, right?
Yeah, when you're a partner. Yeah.
When you're a partner in that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, they gotta either go along or get along. Like if Bud willing to walk away from that money, shit, they done lost more money than they would have. Dang, you know what I'm saying? Somebody finna lose their job, just like somebody already quit.
Nah, see though, look though, hold up, wait.
That's the catch-22 though. I feel you, but yeah, go ahead.
Bud wouldn't even really be a partner in this fight. That's what I'm saying. He a worker for this fight. Facts. He coming to they shit, and he's not a part of they shit. He don't give. They don't care.
A worker couldn't hold this shit up. Is your job gonna stop tomorrow if you don't come?
The only reason it's getting held up because Errol won it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Steve.
Stop tomorrow if you don't come.
That's why
they like Errol, bro. They like the man. That man.
They're using Keith Thurman to help negotiate this fight. Because that's why Keith Thurman is like a backup, bro. And they're using him as a threat to keep it moving on Bud. But EJ is he's killing it by saying he's not gonna fight Thurman. Right?
Exactly.
So, I got a ride, Pool. Appreciate you for letting me up, man. I'm gonna watch from the chat.
All right, DJ.
All right, peace.
Appreciate you, bro, sliding through. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. They're using Keith Thurman to try to put pressure on Bud to take the deal as it is. You see what I'm saying? Because I hate to keep hearing this nigga name. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they're doing. Like they might go in that direction. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's gonna go in that direction. They just want to use the possibility of saying him as a threat for these negotiations. That's what I think.
But if not, Errol will vacate and go up. So if they want to get this money, bro, it's money to be made, bro. And if Errol get ready to vacate, they gonna make that fight.
What you talking about? With Bud them up there, 150?
Yeah, they not trying to let that money go, man. They just trying to pay as least as possible.
Well, it's gonna be a while, bro, because Mel got a fight coming up in January. You know what I'm saying?
You feel study they own you.
You see, Errol just came out on Twitter and said the fight is next. He telling us that, and they ain't gonna. His name's The Truth, so they can't tarnish his brand by making him a lie. So he gonna stand on that.
Floyd said it's gonna be a while, and Floyd been right so far. I ain't gonna lie. I fought with Errol and shit. But I just feel like he ain't dictating shit in this situation, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't. But hey, EJ got the deal that he want done. He got what he want out of it. They just trying to convince Terrence Crawford to take what they want him to take. You see what I'm saying? EJ got what he want. You know what I'm saying? And so now they just trying to get low ball. I think they're trying to low ball Bud. And Bud ain't going for it.
Yeah,
you know
bro, because Bud ain't with them. They don't owe him shit. And that's the problem. Like, if he would have signed, the PBC, they would have made that deal look a little prettier. But in our reality right now, he don't have no representation and all that right now. Bro.
I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all seen what negotiations look like between boxers when they was down there at the Maurice Hooker fight. EJ said, "I'll bet you 100 million." But Crawford said, "I'll bet you 1 million." You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, it would be easy if it was just the boxers negotiating. You see what I'm saying? But you got all these other entities, trying to get their money, bro. They trying to.
Yeah, make sure TGB get his money.
They trying to screw them. Both of them really. You know what I'm saying?
That's why they keep downplaying the fight. The biggest fight ever, and they keep trying to downplay it, bro. Like, we stupid. And then they got us on here going at it and talk about how people are not worth it. But you can't have peanut butter without the jelly, man. Like, you can't have peaches without the herb.
But I feel like they know this fight ain't gonna do. I mean, I understand like there's a lot of buzz around this fight, but they know the fight gonna do about what, $600K.
It's gonna do, but I'm willing to say that.
Thank you, Yolanda, for that 99-cent sticker, super sticker. Go
I
ahead,
think
bro.
I think it'll do a meal ticket. I
I
think it'll
mean,
do a meal for real
I
because
don't, I don't see no buzz. I don't know.
it's buzzing, dog. Like
In
it's
the
buzzing.
boxing community, I'm talking about like just like overall, like
No, I know casual people
popular.
that don't watch boxing was asking me the other day, like, when they gonna make that Spencer Errol fight? I'm like, boy, when you start watching boxing? He said, I know. I just want to see that fight right there because it's the best fight, the best. It's people that don't even watch NFL football, but they'll watch it for the Super Bowl. It's people that don't watch
Yeah.
basketball, but they'll watch it for the finals. It's people that don't watch baseball, but they're gonna watch it for the World Series because it's the definitive best versus the best.
But
And right,
600K, that's good. Like that's what I'm saying. That's on the up and up for this fight, bro. That's a good. That's a meal. That's a stretch because a lot. They ain't really mainstream. Errol haven't did
Earl
hasn't
doing 3
did
each time though.
400K yet.
Yeah, but you know Earl doing 3 each time, and now he fighting the fight that everybody wants him to fight. Come on, man. YouTubers have came up and got rich off the Earl and Crawford fight. People would start off with 0 subs and get 5,000 to 10,000 subscribers just off talking about the fight. Some people went from 50K to 90K. Like, it's a big business. Even the YouTubers eating on it. You feel me?
You serious, Jay Smith? You mean you said you done heard people done got locked up talking shit about Bud and Errol? Shit, I have heard nothing. I don't be out there like that. I be mostly working all the time, bro. Man, people
Yeah.
done got locked up over this shit.
No, people
Serious.
that's locked up is talking about it. That's what we tell you.
Oh.
Yeah, my homie's talking about that they hope that they streaming in the prison. He was telling me that too. I'm like, yeah. They talking about they locked up, they mad, they gonna miss it. You feel
Shit,
me?
they probably gonna have EJ side boxing matches and Bud Crawford side, matches up there in prison. Shit, they get it in, up there.
So y'all think they do over what Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury did?
Well, Wilder fighting this weekend, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Wilder gonna beat Usyk, and then him and Tyson Fury gonna be fighting for undisputed.
Yeah, he don't want to. I don't think Tyson Fury gonna fuck with Usyk. So he talking about fighting.
Nah, he don't want Usyk. Usyk
He
moves
talking
too
about
much
what's
for
the name? Derek
Chisora, part 3.
Chisora. He talking about fight, man.
For the
Man,
third time.
that nigga need to go sit down, man. He fight like he's swimming. He put his head down. He just throw punches. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know. They be putting on some whack fights over there. He don't want to fight Joe Joyce. I tell you that.
George Joyce, boy. You see that fight, George Joyce versus
Yeah, Patrick Joe Parker.
Nah,
Joseph Parker.
The other man, Dubois.
Oh yeah, he destroyed his ass.
Now Dubois was destroying his ass, but he got that eye.
Talking about Joyce? You talking about Dubois? Didn't he knocked out? He made him quit, didn't he?
Daniel Dubois was beating his ass, but George Joyce,
he quit.
Yeah, because he broke the eye socket.
There you go.
He got caught a few times, but on every card, Dubois was winning. That's what I was saying. Daniel Dubois, that's the motherfucker that knocked out AJ in sparring.
Oh, I know who he is. I know Dubois. You know what I'm saying?
Look, if you watch that fight, he was giving Joe Joyce the business. But one thing I can say, Joe Joyce has a chin.
Right.
Dubois was catching him with damn earth shakers. And the whole time, Joe Joyce kept popping that jab out, hitting him in the eye. He wasn't winning the rounds, but he was popping him in the eye. And then he caught him that one more time in that eye. He done messed that eye all the way up. But the fucked up shit about it, Daniel Dubois came into that fight with a messed up eye. You don't come into no championship fight with a messed up eye. His eye was already bruised before the fight. And Joe Joyce capitalized on it.
Well, they didn't realize how good Joe Joyce. They just thought he was a slow. Everybody, I think everybody in boxing thought Joe Joyce was just this slow ass, you know what I'm saying, dude that could fight a little bit. They didn't know his real intangibles until you get in the ring, how that shit play out. That nigga is tough. He could take a shot. He could take a beat down until he wear your ass down because he's got power and he's got good boxing technique. So. and he's long, so it's going to be hard to beat. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think Tyson Fury want to fight
Yeah.
nobody like that.
But see, Dubois, he thought, man, that nigga can't hit me. He was thinking, because, hey, at first I used to think he was slow as shit too. But because everybody I've seen, he looked like a mechanic, like a robot fighting. But you know what they say, you might be slow, but timing beats speed every time. And he might be slow, but his slow ass was timing Daniel Dubois. And that already injured eye he had became a bigger injury. And like around the late rounds, if Dubois could have survived for like 2 more rounds, he would have won that fight. He was up. He was up 3 to 4 rounds on every card.
But when I went to fucking with him, he was looking like a nigga walking in the library looking for the Dewey Decimal System.
He was looking like Kell Brooks and Ugas.
That nigga was looking like he didn't know what the hell going on. I was like, oh hell, man. 'Cause I thought he was gonna destroy him too. But like you said.
But when he got hit, when the man caught him clean in the 8th, when he caught him, he had been jabbing that eye the whole night. When he was able to catch that clean shot in the 8th and really open that damn, it was over with then. The boy was, I say, yeah, boy, it's a matter of time. That's just like Lubin was whipping on Fundora, but Fundora closed the show on him.
Right.
Stop it.
So we got Wilder and Helenius this weekend. How you think that's gonna go?
And
who else?
The GOAT this weekend. And Alicia.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
How you think that's gonna go? Them fights gonna go?
I think Devin Haney gonna pitch another shutout, but I think they're gonna try to do some fuck shit in that fight. I think Clarissa Shields, she's gonna beat Savannah Marshall and the drug cheats. Like Savannah Marshall, she's on that juice because she developed explosive power out of nowhere. Because when she was in the amateurs, I've seen her amateur boxing. She didn't have no power in the amateurs fighting. She didn't have none of that power. She used to try to use her length. And Clarissa actually beat her in England, but they gave it to her. But Savannah Marshall, now all of a sudden she done got kind of bulky and she got power, knocking out everything.
I think I seen she had a hard on. Looked like she got a dick.
Yeah, bro, they got her juicing because she with the Furies as well, Kid Fury. And she's on the no-fly list as well. And usually the people on the no-fly list, that's the ones that was with the Kinahan shit.
Yeah, because she was supposed to come over here when who them hoes was fighting? I think.
Katie Taylor and
Yeah. She was supposed to come over and promote the fight then.
But I mean, usually when you had them motherfuckers overconfident like Conor Ben and shit, they know they on that juice like that.
It's like with a gun. It's like you give a nigga a gun, and nigga he acts a whole lot different. Steroids is a gun. Now you got Keith Van Herden. He's causing a stink now talking about his loss to Conor Ben. He said that man had a naturally strong. The shot was he said at first he thought he just lost. He said now that brings up a lot of questions because he thought Conor was the better man that night, but come to find out, he think Conor was cycling through when he fought him.
Right. He said he took a shot. He done took shots from the best. He took shots from EJ. He took shots from Boots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he said this dude was different. You know what I'm saying? You look at this nigga body, you know what I'm saying? I mean, when you first seen Conor come in, he looked like he was part of the LGBT community. You know what I'm saying? But now you look at him, he look hard. He looked like, you know what I'm saying? He looked like a whole totally different fighter. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? With that juice coming through him, you know what I'm saying? You seen him with them eyes, he was getting beat up by like journeymen, people who didn't even matter, bro. Now he's knocking out everybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? He posing like he acting like his daddy. You know what I'm saying? You know, looking like his daddy, with the strength, because daddy wasn't no beautiful boxer. You know what I'm saying? He was a bruiser, he was a battler, you know what I'm saying? He was
and his dad got caught for using steroids.
There you go. Shit running the family. That shit came through. That shit came through
he got caught using that shit.
Shit came through the womb.
And he the one that beat Gerald McKellen. You feel me? He
Yeah.
fucked up Gerald McKellen on that shit.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And Gerald had beat his ass through the ropes and shit. You know what I'm saying? That nigga that juice kept his ass in the game.
They gave him a recharge. That juice. That nigga was like, I'm back.
Yeah, that's how Fury got up too. You know what I'm saying? Nigga had got knocked. That nigga had got killed. You seen his body go up to heaven, come back, and shit. You know what I'm saying?
He on that meth though, bro. I think he on that meth for real.
Something, man. Yeah, it's a lot of shit going on. It's a lot of shit.
With that Conor Ben shit, that shit showed you who giving Tyson Fury the juice, cause that's that nigga saying they got the same doctor.
And my thing is Eddie Hearn, he get them niggas off when them niggas get test positive, and all of a sudden that damn B sample never get to it. That motherfucker disappear. The whole case disappeared.
Because Eddie Hearn's a Jew,
like fucking Dillian White.
I mean, we still waiting on Dillian White B sample, nigga. That shit never came back up, nigga. We were waiting. In 3 days, we're gonna give you the results. That shit. 5 years later and shit, nigga. We ain't never heard from that shit again.
What they say himself a Jew.
Yeah, Conor Ben. You know what I'm saying? Now we waiting on his B sample. We'll never see that shit. And the goddamn hurricane was what you call it? A bonfire gonna happen.
The Loch Ness monster ate it.
He finna come over to the US with that shit now.
Nigga, juice to the gills.
Vada got his ass.
Now they say what's his name? Eubanks Senior says he gonna go after the promoters because they tried to set his son up to be killed. You see what I'm saying?
Man, so, he was on fucking what that is, Seconds Out or some shit, or it was some podcast.
They said that shit.
Seconds Out.
Bro. He's talking about it's us versus Americans. You know what I'm saying? When Brit, somebody your own countryman just tried to kill your son, but you still talking about us versus the Americans, bro. You need to be worried about the right shit, fam. Like your son was finna do some stupid crash dummy shit for some money. Get his morals right, bro. Like, fam,
right.
It's not us versus them. It's not us versus them all the time, bro. Sometimes you gotta.
He should have got it. You know, Chris Eubank. Yeah, he must be take after his mama. Because he ain't got no ball spot. His daddy was bald when he was young, bro. I was like, God damn. It's like he looked. I mean, this nigga up in Salt Bay eating steak and shit out of nigga hands and stuff. He ain't worried about nothing, man. I'm like, where is the fighting spirit of these guys? You know what I'm saying? You haven't fought nobody in years, bro. You know what I'm saying? And this shit done fell through. He don't give a damn. Who is going to be your next fight? You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be a premier fighter. You got the legacy, you got all that. But these dudes don't seem to be interested in fighting. They want to be stars. You know what I'm saying? They want to be on Instagram. They just want to be seen.
They was only stars in Britain, and that's what they are. They still stars in Britain. Nigel Ben and Chris Eubank were no star in America.
Right.
Steve James Tony called them both out. He said he want both their asses the same night.
They want screaming us versus the Americans.
They won't James Lights Out Tony.
No, I didn't call you that, but
had them niggas running scared.
Roy Jones called him out. James Lights Out Tony called him out.
But since he on that shit, bro, he magically got this confidence. Now I knew something was up, bro. Something was off when that nigga was calling out Boots and Errol, and I'm like,
yeah, I'm back.
He was just talking about he wasn't ready for
my journeyman though.
And he was just saying he wasn't ready for him a year ago, bro. I literally just heard that man say, I'm not gonna speak on them yet because that's not realistic yet. Hey, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? And then this year, before this fight, magically this nigga got the balls. You know what I'm saying? Oh, give me Boots, give me all these niggas when he looking like the fucking Terminator and shit.
Well, you see how he like Chris Van Heerden, boy, he took some shit from Errol.
He
Errol
sure did. He
got a
took a
Chris Webber
lot
for
of
like
solid
8
shots, bro.
rounds.
Yeah, that nigga was red all over his body, bro. Face. That nigga fucked up. You know what I'm saying? EJ got off on him. You know,
But
that was
Conor get in there and knock the nigga out.
and Boots too. Boots got in, but he went straight to his ass. But you know, I'm talking about I think Boots would have knocked him out though. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Yeah, on that
that's why
shit
he
or
didn't want
not,
to
bro.
continue. That's
On
why he
that shit or
faked
not,
it.
he still would have beat him.
He faked that shit with Boots, boy. He wasn't about to go back in there. He started finishing them shots too early.
Mm-hmm. He said it. He said Boots hit harder than EJ. He said, you know, he said that shit was different coming from Boots. I was like, wow, that's pretty interesting. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, you know, Boots got some power, bro. You know, I don't think that'll make him win, but you know what I'm saying? He got power. Definitely got power and speed.
When he
Yeah, we
was
see
talking
how
about
young and
Errol,
big
he was
boy
talking
is.
about that jab. He was like, man, that jab. He couldn't stop talking about that jab. Like, it was like that jab was just too much for him, like to the point where he couldn't even get it out of his head. Like, nigga looked like he was having flashbacks every time he started talking
But you
about
know,
Errol jab.
but when EJ beat a motherfucker ass, it'd be more prideful. It'd be a lot of pride involved. It's like they can't take it when EJ beat them. It's almost like, you know what I'm saying? They
EJ kind
be
of light skinned.
I don't know what it is, man. It's like when he whip them, they don't want to give him full credit for the ass whipping. You know what I'm saying? He got the size. It's always going, you know, they always throwing a little shade on the victor. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what, bro? You just got your ass toe up. That's all. Everybody can't win them all. You know?
Yeah,
Come back.
Danny the worst with that shit. Danny don't give him no credit. He like, man.
Like, nigga, I was mentally retarded when we fought, nigga. He was like, nigga, I was shit. That nigga said, hell no. He said, I ain't finna tell you that nigga.
He talking
Nigga,
about
hey,
40% when I fought EJ.
yeah, right.
That
Like,
shit weak as hell though, bro. Because Errol, like everybody knew Errol coming off a car
like,
accident. Like, bro, niggas trying to see if he gonna make it out the fight.
he
You
said,
feel me?
nigga,
Like,
hey, nigga, I had brain surgery and they put my brain in backwards before that fight, nigga. It was like they do not want to give EJ that credit,
See,
bro. You know what I'm saying?
I got the clip of Danny Garcia and Angel Garcia talking about this the best Danny has felt in a long time. And they said don't stand a chance. And they said they feel sorry about his crash, but Danny ain't gonna take his light on him.
Well, you know, he said EJ ain't the same. So, you know, they went there with the shit. You know, they said
yeah,
EJ is not the same
Yeah, he
fighter.
really said
So,
he could see death in EJ's eyes or some shit. He was like,
yeah, some bullshit, some crazy ass shit, bro. Like, okay, so now you got your ass whipped. Now, you know, you looking crazy. You sitting up there looking crazy as hell now. You know what I'm saying? You let a man that wasn't the same, and he wasn't. EJ said he was fucked up in the fight. He was feeling the pain in his body from recuperating. So the shit was true to a certain extent, but he was able. He
got
still
beat.
right. He was a great enough fighter to overcome that shit. So that
That
people
make it
don't
look
give
worse.
right. EJ, they don't give EJ enough credit. You know, saying from bouncing back from the shit he's done, and you know, a lot of fighters they would have got fucked up in there. You know, they couldn't have recovered. You know, saying dealing with the things and adversities in his body that he had to deal with. You know, saying just to come back. You know, so you know, I don't know what it is about EJ, but they just, you know, a lot of these fans, they just don't like his ass, bro. And I don't know if it's a Dallas thing, you know what I'm saying, or a down south thing. I don't know what it is exactly.
Because he light
cuz
skinned,
he on the
man.
rise.
It's a light skinned thing.
It could be, you know what I'm saying. It could be, you know. What's going on,
Boxing
Goat
don't want
Mill?
another
What's up?
Floyd. Boxing don't
Mm-mm.
want another Floyd. If they get another Floyd, bro, they gonna before they can get that. It's either they gonna fuck him out of an opportunity like they did Wilder. Wilder was on pace to do history. Like, bro, that man was tied up with Muhammad Ali for heavyweight title defenses. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he would have won that first Fury fight, like I feel like he did. You know what I'm saying? He knocked that man out, bro. He was out cold. So that was a win automatically, bro. In my eyes, you feel me? But
Well,
they took away that opportunity. They took away that opportunity when Jack Reese got in that man fucking face screaming the fucking like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I
He
ain't
just
never
told him to go
seen
to that
that shit,
corner right
bro.
there.
I never seen that shit. He said he did it for the betterment of boxing. You know what I'm saying? He said he even admitted, bro. He said this shit in a
I know
documentary.
what you're talking about. I
Yeah,
heard
bro.
that shit
Like
too.
that's bullshit, bro. I don't give a fuck how good you think you did in that situation, bro. If that would have went left, the only reason I feel like he knew, like Fury was on drugs, he would have been okay. Cause ain't no fucking way, bro. That man was out,
He
completely
was on
out,
meth,
But
cold.
man. That meth give you superhuman strength. I'm
but you
serious, bro.
you know, hey, but it's like in the last fight,
Bro,
he
meth,
he
you
just
can put
told
meth,
him he gonna stop the fight
bro, you can
if
put
this.
meth in water. Just like Molly. Meth is the same thing as Molly. Molly is methyl dioxide methamphetamine. But meth has a different isotone in it. You can put meth in the water and it'll give you the same motherfucking properties that smoking crystal meth would do. The
Oh
shit will
damn.
get you hype, it'll get you super energy, and it'll make a motherfucker super strong, bro.
Hey,
That,
that makes sense though, cause you
and you
know
see
what
how
I'm
his
saying?
mouth
Why is
always
a
twitching.
300-pound man bouncing around in the 12th round
Exactly.
like
And
it's round number one?
you see how his mouth be twitching and everything. That's called the meth mouth, the Molly mouth, bro. The way he be twitching his mouth, that's meth, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I used to hustle that shit, bro. I know what the fuck they look like. You know, I used to be in the
But but see if you believe this now. Jack Reese, he always trying to do some controversial shit, just like in this Fundora fight. He was gonna stop this damn fight, talking about if this guy don't you know what I'm saying, if he don't put some power on his punches or something. He didn't like the way he was throwing his punches. I was like, refs don't do that kind of shit, bro. What is he
Yeah.
talking about? And then they had the WBC selector over there looking like he a doctor or some shit, trying to all up in the ring and shit, looking at Ocampos and shit. And I was like, what? This is some strange. Like they were ready to stop that fight early if they had to.
yeah,
You know,
because
if it looked.
Fundora is the money man, the future money man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ain't let
And I
him mess that up.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
because
it wasn't a
they
coincidence he
almost
went.
overshot their hand because it just they almost overplayed their hand because you seen how they were panicking because look like because sometimes at some points Campo was coming back and throwing punches, catching that nigga
Yeah,
with three
right.
punch combinations. Yeah, and they were like,
8 in the 10. He heard him in the 10.
mm-hmm. And I was like, they trying to make sure your boy win, man, because even though he was doing a great job breaking them down, beating them up, Ocampo's up at
He ain't got
points.
no other gear.
Ocampo's right.
He can't turn it up, man. He ain't got no second gear.
And but but he showed you, Ocampo showed you that if you go on the inside, you could beat Fundora ass up if you got some power. You know what I'm saying, with that
Lubin
wiry
showed
frame.
us, but then Lubin just went in there and was stupid on the inside.
Yeah, I mean he got cocky once he knocked him down. Once he knocked Fundora down, he thought the shit was over. You know what I'm saying? And he just he didn't use his boxing skills. From that point on. I guess he thought it.
He let the crowd hype his ass up to fight that man.
Mm-hmm.
That
I saw
nigga
the
was
same thing.
unusually strong in that fight, bro. I ain't never seen that man bust nobody's face up that bad, bro.
Well, I'm interested to see what Wilder look like. You know what I'm saying, after this
And you
long
notice they
layoff.
didn't blood test him after that fight either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that shit was fishy, bro. I don't know.
So where he's at?
They was talking about that shit though. They was talking about one of his blood samples. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they ain't steroid testing them boys. They don't steroid test them until you get up into the upper echelon of opponents. That's why them niggas,
Well
them
now
folks
that
over there at
They
England,
do it
they get
everybody.
over,
It's
they get off of
clean
that shit.
boxing.
did y'all see the dude where he said like over in Britain, she said you can he said that they don't test you from 11 to 7 or some shit like that.
Yeah, so
And
you
you
ain't
can.
gotta be home and you can miss out on it if you're not home.
Mm-hmm.
They
So
can't
you.
the house.
Yeah, he explained that shit to the T. That's Tyson Fury and them trainer. I feel like that's why. Well, not trainer. I meant to say they doctor. But I feel like that's why Tyson Fury went back to England. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
I was screaming that on my videos. I said they're gonna let this nigga, he getting beat up. This
yeah,
nigga is
yeah,
getting beat
exactly. I
up
was just
in
finna say he was getting
sparring
fucking fucked up in
by
sparring
Jared,
by
what's his
Big
name?
Baby Anderson
Jared
Cleveland.
Anderson.
Yeah, Big Baby. He getting
and
his
fucking
ass whipped. Now
F.A.
he going to
Jabba.
goddamn Britain to fucking power up.
He had to
You know
power
what I'm
up,
saying?
baby.
You know what I'm saying? I said they're gonna let him do that. They should call the fight off. If he going to goddamn Britain, then they talking about his baby had
Exactly.
issues.
Yeah,
Man, I'm like, they need to stop this shit, bro. You
Exactly.
know,
He had access to all that bullshit when he went back over there. He
he said,
used
I
that
heard Chimp
baby excuse for some bullshit, like, bro. Because even when he went to the hospital, then he have COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
They used COVID to
your
get out
boy
the fight.
They told the dude Ojambu or whatever the African name, and all them was supposed to have COVID. He was like, I ain't got COVID.
Exactly,
Effie,
bro.
like Effie. What's his name? Effie. You better do Effie.
Fa.
what did you say,
F.A.
go man? Chimp said, he said, what now? He said, check out your page around 6 months ago. It was a video you pointed out if Kafka would stand punishment Spence gives. Huh? One of my videos, he shouted out one of mine. That's what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? He says Fundora can't see for the Fundora got some goddamn vision problems. Man, that nigga blind as fuck.
You can hit him with the left. The left is open because he farsighted in that on that side right there. That's why if you a left-handed dominant fighter, you can fuck him up because he can't see shots coming from the left. I've done seen it in all his fights. He couldn't see that left hand until it's up on him.
But what does this fight tell you about Fundora and fighting Jamel Charlo or EJ? Well, what you think that?
Go past 5.
Mm-hmm. That's what I say
First
too.
off, he can't guard the left side, and
What's going on, Mark? What's happening, bro? I'm gonna drop the link if you want to come up. Yeah, that's my high school partner right there. It says should be an epic fight. Hopefully we can get a rematch. Whoever loses. Mm-hmm.
I kept telling that dude on your panel, and he kept saying, "I don't want to see Errol fight Fundora." I told you that'd be easy work for Errol. Remember, I kept explaining to that dude on your panel.
Right.
And now that dude, I hope he see it now.
I see Errol being him. I don't see Charlo being him. I don't think Charlo throwing enough.
Man, Charlo is a beast, bro.
I don't see him. Yeah, bro, but you gotta understand, like, the output. He only throwing, bro. His last fight was his career high in punches thrown, damn near, and he only landed
Charlo
like
got enough power to
158
stop
punches.
that man, bro.
He do, bro. I'm talking about the output.
He don't need that output.
How much he throwing out.
He don't need the output when you got the power and you got the punch placement.
That's if he can put him out though. We seen.
Hey Mark, I dropped the link if you want to come up, bro.
We seen Castano, like, you know what I'm saying, overwhelming Charlo when it came to the pressure style.
But you see,
Charlo had to switch up a lot. Charlo had to switch up a lot for that next fight. He had to get some knowledge from another trainer. You know what I'm saying? He had to keep his distance more that next fight. It was a lot of shit that he did different. He looked good.
I'm gonna tell you what it was.
But
the first fight, just like with the first Tony Harrison fight, Charlo, he has a lot of shit going on outside the ring. But when it was time for that second fight, he was down.
Yeah, he came locked in. He came in at a career best.
See, when he locked in, he's a whole different fighter. Just like when he fought Tony Harrison the second time, he was locked in. When Charlo locks in on you, that man boxing.
that thing cuts off.
Like, he outboxed the boxer in Tony Harrison. And he outswarmed the swarm with
I've been dealing with that for the last.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just see him more as a boxer. Like, he a real boxer. He just got power.
He used to be a pure boxer. He was a pure boxer before he got to Derrick James.
Yeah, for sure. He still got a lot of them boxer traits, and that's what I'm saying.
You see how he was on his toes that whole Castano fight.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah,
and he didn't get tired. He had to come in dog shape. He came in some dog shape. He be knowing what his challenges is. I just don't.
Yeah,
I gotta see that. I gotta see that because that'll be a good fight because he don't throw a lot. And Fundora, he like to throw a lot.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Fedor gonna have to chase him down, and when he chases him down, then he gotta watch for what comes in the corner.
That's the thing, though. He don't gotta chase him too much because he long as fuck. You know,
but guess what?
He long as a bitch.
Fedor hasn't fought nobody that hits half as hard as Charlo, bro. Lubin don't hit nowhere near Charlo. None of them hit hard as Charlo. And guess what? With Fedor being that tall, guess what he got? Guess what Charlo and Errol good at?
No.
They good at smashing that body, right? And Fedor got a whole lot of body for you to hit on, bro.
Yeah.
He got a whole lot of body. You see how big Fedor body is, how long it is.
That's why I said more Errol than Jamel, because Jamel, he a good body puncher, but he don't use it as much. Like he real.
He used it on Castaño.
He use it on spots. Like he use it when he know he can hurt you with it.
Yeah, and he know and Derrick James gonna teach him versus this big tall nigga. We gonna chop this tree down. And
that's the thing
tree,
too. Like,
start from the roots.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if Derrick James always come prepared, so I don't got no doubt in Derrick James and his style. It's just I gotta see how much, cause he gonna have to throw with that nigga, bro. Like I just don't see you winning against Fedor being that pace.
Okay, well you gonna see when he fight Tim Tszyu first.
He gonna destroy Tim Tszyu.
Damn, but African work on your shit, but they call you every goddamn 15 minutes. Like shit.
Talking cash shit though.
Yeah, he gonna destroy Tim Tszyu. I really think he gonna move up after the Tim Tszyu fight.
He moved up to Errol, get ready to move up.
Errol.
He moving up when Errol move up.
Yeah, I think Errol gonna move up. Soon.
Mm-hmm. So nobody ain't say shit about Wilder fight. You know what I'm saying? Nobody don't care nothing. Y'all just know.
Yeah. Wilder and Helenius. Wilder he gonna send us to the nether realm and like.
You gotta connect your device. You gotta connect your device. Go ahead.
Helenius has learned a lot from Wilder. Helenius is a beast. I seen it when he stopped Kalinaki twice, and Kalinaki is supposed to be the next big thing. But Wilder looking fun and fit. That motherfucker looking faster than he ever been. Like, I've been looking at his new style. That motherfucker's so fucking fast right now. And I'm gonna tell you what they say in football: speed kills. And Wilder's looking real sharp and fast right now. I don't see no heavyweight, not even little big baby Anderson, keeping up with Wilder in speed right now. And his punches are pinpoint accurate right now. And his jab is looking real fucking sharp. And see, that was the problem. Everybody complained Wilder can't jab. Well, his jab looking good right now. And it's fast. It's like a quick shotgun. And motherfucker gets set up by that jab and then the right hand of God, it's a wrap. I think he's stopping around the 5th or 6th round, but Helenius has been in the ring with Wilder for years, so he know how hard Wilder punches. So he knows what to store for. But like everybody say, you gotta be perfect for 12 rounds versus Wilder. He gotta be perfect for 3 seconds.
So you don't think Wilder is suffering any damage, you know what I'm saying, you think he fully recovered?
I see Wilder's different from most fighters. They get that loss and they less of a fighter because Wilder know that they had to cheat to beat him. Wilder ain't lost a fight yet fairly. And he knows that. In his mind, he's still undefeated. And I feel like he got something to prove. And I just sorry that Helenius had to be the first one to feel it. I would have rather.
You gotta connect your device, M-Dub.
Yeah, I just feel like he about to.
Hey, Mark, you gotta connect your device.
He probably is suffering a little damage, but it ain't gonna show until later on in life. You know what I'm saying?
Says device not connected.
I can already hear he ain't talking as sharp as he used to. You know what I'm saying? But that's being a fighter, and he got cheated. He got cheated a couple times, and it was bad. You know what I'm saying? So all that's gonna come with it. But physically,
times.
his body ain't giving up on him yet. You know what I'm saying? His body still responsive to what he wants to do. So I kind of feel like all that shit gonna show later. You know what I'm saying? All that from the cheating and shit, it's gonna show, but it ain't gonna show right now. He still he got a sharp mind right now, but all these minor effects gonna come with it because, bro, a 300-pound man was cheating using some other shit, his gloves and
Especially
all.
fight number two. Fight number two was attempted murder.
Yeah, bro, like that shit was bad, fam.
And that was a lot of blunt force trauma to your head, bro. Concussions and everything. Blunt force trauma, man. That shit ruins your brain.
Yeah, but that's shit that show up later. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Most of the time, I'm glad it didn't happen that night. You know what I'm saying? But that's definitely gonna take an effect on him. But shit, you know what I'm saying? He's strong. He a strong nigga. So he gonna keep pushing until his body shut down. You know what I'm saying? That's all boxers that want to be the best. They gonna keep going until they feel like they completed the test. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna do what he need to do. But he probably like 90% of it. So
Yeah, I think he's gonna destroy Robert Helenius. You know, if he everything he was before, he's just gonna go in there and destroy him. You know, I think he's had time to heal. I think he's working with Malik on the new shit. You know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna look good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just interested to see if he's gonna add any new wrinkles. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna, see him move a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some angles, maybe work on some angles, do some new shit, maybe go to the body. I'm interested to see all that. But I think it's a foregone conclusion he's gonna beat Robert Helenius. Um, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see. You know what I'm saying? But it's an interesting fight. You know, I can't wait to see him if he get past Helenius to fight like somebody like Joe Joyce, somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody competitive.
Well, see,
Uh,
nah, because he already got it set up for, after this, he either gonna fight Usyk or
that's a good fight too. I want to see
yeah,
that
but
too.
see, I see him beat the Usyk and get the gem belts, and then him and Tyson Fury 4 for undisputed. Now that'd be karma, and that'd be everything coming back full circle.
I think that'd be a boring fight because I think Usyk would give. I think he would give Deontay Wilder all kind of respect. I don't think he would be trying that bullshit he did with Anthony Joshua.
But
You know what I'm saying? That nigga would be boxing his ass off from the outside.
yeah, I think know how to close the gap though in a hurry.
Yeah, but he's gonna have to stay off that weight though. He's gonna have to stay off that 245, 225 shit. He's gonna have to stay.
He's staying away from that. He said he's staying at where he at right now. He said because the last ones had him sluggish.
Mm-hmm.
What's you eat? Ice
Yeah.
over there, Pool?
So what now?
What's you eat? Ice?
Oh, you hear me? No, I'm eating these damn Fritos. I ain't think you were here.
I know
Real.
you been for a little minute.
All right. Well, y'all, we're gonna wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? We might come on a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? I got a little time happening. You know what I'm saying? Going on with me. So we'll probably go live a little bit later or tomorrow or something. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We'll catch up. You know what I'm saying? I know it's been a while. You know,
Hold on,
thanks
let me
up.
get the link. Let me get the link to my other page too.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Hold on. Snake, hand me that phone over there.
Bye, Yolanda.
I'm gonna drop the link to that page, and I want y'all to subscribe to my Upper Echelon Man page.
Mm-hmm.
What you looking for?
We did 3 hours, not too bad. I don't know. It just shit just kind of just make you feel, like these fights ain't gonna happen, bro. Just get tired. Look like, you know, eh, boxing is holding back. All right, all right. This has been Pool Kind of Boxing.
That's from my page, the Upper Echelon Man, right there. Y'all subscribe to. I'm gonna drop content on it today. About the content today is you can't never trust nobody around your girl.
Which is true.
Exactly.
Facts.
All right. Let's see y'all a little later. This has been Pool Kind of Boxing. Make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe to my channel for more hardcore boxing content. And remember what I say, y'all. Law don't go right here, law dog. Savvy. See you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace.